I would like to do a little update. So basically, actually, wait, hold on. I never actually realized I was recording my. I even. Hmm. I should be. Hmm. I'm gonna really quick make sure I can hear my voice in the record. Because I just did a little warm up slash test recording where I played some mercenaries, and I realized I didn't hear my voice there. But for some reason, I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be a recurring thing, but I didn't check. I still can't hear myself. What the fuck? Right? Oh, never mind. That was just the beginning. Okay, we should be fine. Okay, I guess I just wasn't talking during that as much as I thought. I didn't really see the parts that were. Yeah, I should have commentary. All right. So if anyone even tunes into this, hello. At any point, probably it's in some forum at some point. Thank you. Yeah. I'll be reading the multi-stream chat, so if like you don't see messages in the chat that I seem to be responding to, it's because it's the other chat, whether you're watching now or in the future with the chat replay. So just so you know. Also, I might start putting the chat in my videos. I stopped trying to do that when I ran into an issue where no matter what, for some reason I couldn't get it to display in my videos all this. I was able to before, but I'll have to figure that out. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try not to ramble so much. What happens is oftentimes I realize that I need to just get started in the game, and then my commentary will be better, and it's better. I'm better when I'm less nervous, and I will be less nervous. So yeah, also, people might not even come in here. This might as well just be a let's play, unless people come. Now, people have been coming, because people are awesome. At least 3 people, you know who you are. And possibly more, so, you know. I think more at some points, but regardless, not very many so far. But all I know is I'm having fun playing and recording this anyway. It's getting me out of my comfort zone, and I feel much more fulfilled when I do something like this. Regards, instead of just playing games on my own on the weekend. So, okay. I'm gonna be restarting on hardcore because I realized that professional is. Okay, so I thought professional would literally just be hardcore with just the extra cavats that it states. But no, it is also a harder mode. Um they did not state that. Like your knife is a lot less has a lot less health. Like everything uses a lot more of your knife health. Things do more damage, things take more damage. So, yeah. Also, I'm going to be skipping a lot of cutscenes. Yeah, I'm just going to be starting on hardcore, just playing a hardcore playthrough, which should not be too hard for me, but harder than standard, which is what I originally played the game in.
How far could he have gone?
So yeah, sorry about not starting at 3 like I've been saying I would, by the way. Um, I hope I get anyone this stream, but if I don't, again, it'll just be like doing another Let's Play. And I'm probably just gonna try uploading it anyway, just for gits and shiggles. For practice, basically. But yeah, I know there's nothing to pick up in this version. As far as I know, there's no secrets here, there's nothing to loot, because you can't physically do the looting options. There's no yellow barrels or anything, you can't draw your knife.
Anyone home?
You can't kick anything. It's very interesting as to how they did that. Also, instead of actually having to fight this dude, and by the way, that door was always the door to the dude in the arena. I wonder why they made you go around here. Maybe in order to continue to build up the fuck is this spooky house? What the fuck are these? All this gore and oof and obvious murder evidence everywhere. What's this symbol? Oh my god. And then you have to go down the whole hall in order to see the dude, I guess. But I'm gonna play this scene because I want to comment on something interesting. First of all, I love the fact that he actually learned some Spanish to go to Spain. That makes a lot of sense. Uh, Again, I love the realism and attention to detail in this game. Things that the other game blatantly ignored because it just wanted to be a B movie. But this is much more of a serious work. I really do kind of like that tone shift. Especially because there's still some of the goofiness. Especially from Leon, even though he's a depressed emo now, which he should be. Even his past, if you think about it. But his one-liners are very Leon, but they fit the tone of the game and the tone of who he is presented as in this game, in this version. Way better, but they're still funny as hell. And there's also some funny dialogue from a lot, actually, of funny dialogue from Luis. I don't know why I forgot his name, except for I do that a lot, no matter how much I have been exposed to a name, especially when I'm this kind of keyed. I didn't mean to use that pun, I promise. I said use while I was pressing the use button. My brain is just running off of VoIP right now, I guess. That's probably what it's... VoIP to do this stream and play this game again. God, this remake is so immersive. I just want to live in this game as much as it is a horrible place to ever be. That's how great this game is, that it makes me want to live in this fucked up... Not joking. Not really live, but be here. As Leon being a badass and not dying. And, like, if I was able to literally be Leon and definitely never die and just endure the whole situation, I would love to be in this. But just with those caveats. Like, literally, like, I would love this to be my actual life situation if I was Leon motherfucking Kidden. Anyway. Certainly more exciting than your normal human being life. But, Vigigam. I wouldn't be able to sit here and play lots of Vigigam. I certainly wouldn't be safe either. But, there's benefits and drawbacks. I am mostly joking. I wouldn't actually want to live through this. Are you nuts? But I'm sure some horror buffs would actually rather be in a zombie apocalypse. Maybe. Who knows? Certainly there's some other game worlds that I'd rather live in. It's more of a normal, non-in-danger-all-the-time person. But probably not Resident Evil. Definitely not Resident Evil. But, still. It's really just a point about how much this game feels. Yeah. Hardcore was the right choice, because I can still kind of autopilot this. And I'm gonna kind of just play as recklessly as I want, because I want to play very recklessly. But the problem with that is I need knife, and I already almost don't have knife. Oh, jeez. I thought I was parrying, but I think if I did, I would use some stuff, so that would be a bit weird. But yeah, I'm just gonna treat this like Let's Play. Regardless. Hope people are cool. Oh geez, I have not started recording. I wanted to record this in order to hopefully ensure that I'm trying to really work on my audio balance. I'm aware, especially in regards to my microphone, I have a pop filter now. I'm trying to eliminate as much noise that isn't my voice as possible, including breathing noises, because I know that if you listen to some Twitch streamers, they've figured out how to do that. And from my research, all it takes is a pop filter and a lot of tweaking of your filters in, like, your filters that you apply to the microphone on, in my case, Streamlabs OBS. So whatever streaming software you use. So I've been tweaking and figuring that out, and I think I need just a bunch of recording data in order to figure out what would be the best scenario for my mic As,
They've been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
as as it stands,
Something's happened to the people here.
my mic is...
Transports her.
It cuts out a good few words, but I think that a remedy to that might literally just be work on being a bit less soft-spoken, which I have heard is literally something that a lot of creators had to do. Because like speaking normally isn't really enough for good content, especially like the type of stuff that I listen to that I would like to have the spirit of in a way in my content. There's the emphasis on the commentary itself, the fluidity of it, the quality of it. By the way, I am just going to kind of autopilot through the game and enjoy it. Skip cutscenes most of the time. I'll probably play a few that I really want to for whatever reason. But otherwise, I think I said I was going to play that cutscene with the dude. And I was just going to talk about how you just fight him in the cutscene. You don't actually have to fight him in-game unlike the original, which I find an interesting choice. Actually, wait, did you have to fight him in the original, or did you have to do a QuickTime event? Because if so, then that makes sense, because I know that they removed most QuickTime events, except I would say that the button mashing that is required in several points of the game, in my opinion, that qualifies as a QuickTime event. But maybe what most people define as a QuickTime event is literally just those timed input things that are along with the cutscene, which I guess is not really... I think there were still some of those in here, actually, but certainly not as many. But I have heard people say, oh, they removed them all. That's not really true from my experience, but they removed most of them. And like the Krauser fight, which used to be all QTEs, is now literally just knife gameplay, which I fucking love. That is so fun. Because this is so fun. And then there's a whole fight of that. I love that. They really did a lot of good there. Okay, yeah. I am autopiloting real well right now. Except I really gotta watch my damn knife. In fact, I'm thinking, this is it? Yes. I really would rather use my knife as much as I fucking want and then deal with it when I don't have it. I'm just gonna play the game however the hell I want and have fun with it. You know, okay. When I played this on, when I tried to play this on, what's it called? On Professional, which is way more brutal than original Professional. Because I swear to God, on original Professional, I could be a little bit less runny-aroundy and more shooty-bangy. I don't think I want to play Professional in this version. I don't think I do. Thankfully, I do have a decent amount of ammo. I just don't have a knife right now, so I basically need to stay at a distance. Except if I'm meleeing things. And if I do run up to melee, I pretty much need to hopefully make sure that there's not a lot of people right in my vicinity kill me. This poor man. Usually, I have kind of gotten to the point where I don't really watch that anymore, but, it just, like, the sheer, like... I want to call it the beauty of it, but that sounds fucking psychopathic considering what that cutscene is. But, like, they animated it so well. This game makes me want to see oof shit because it's so beautiful. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. I was like, ooh, should I knife her when I don't have a knife brain? Please. Yeah, but this time I'm also going to be using a combination of knee and head shots for crippling people. Instead of just knee all the time. Because I know that headshot is the other one you can do. But I'm pretty sure that knee is easier to hit. Which is why I was instructed by my friend, I think, that just that's what you do is you knee them. And you don't shoot them in the head. Oh, you know what? The reason why he said that is... Headshot is good until plagas start happening. Later. So what my friend does is he literally... He's very, he's much more... Well, not all the time, but most of the time, much more I want to say procedural than me. What I mean by that is, I don't think that's the right word, really, but he tends to be very, all about efficiency and everything. So, like, okay, if the knife isn't... If shooting in the head is not smart for a lot of the game because random plaga chances, and, you know, then you just have a tougher and more deadly enemy on your hands, especially when they start being able to insta-kill you, then, yeah. I'll see how far I can get in, like, 6 hours. And then see maybe if I can finish up the game tomorrow or something. And this should be on hardcore, right? This is not standard, right? I'm pretty sure it is not standard. Because I'm pretty sure in standard I didn't have to worry as much about my knife. But I certainly don't have to worry as much about my knife as in freaking pro mode. Here. That's the great thing about the roundhouse kick. Is that if there are enemies surrounding you, at least immediately, you can kick them, but if they're still, like, not very far away from you, well, or if they're still just far enough to not be in range of that, then, well, case in point. This is still hardcore mode. I didn't have as much of a problem here, and again, I'm gonna be reckless because it's fun. That's the main reason I might not ever actually beat the game in pro. Sorry for those that thought I was gonna do that. Also, yeah, like, last week, and in general, I've been kind of burning out on YouTube. People might not come here, and I think people mostly want to see the new stuff, so maybe me doing the same game again is a bit meh, but I want to play this game again, and I don't know, I really wanted to play through it again, and I guess I might as well have, use it as, Well, yeah, I need to make sure things aren't very much in range of me at all. Okay, I think she was still dying there. That trips me up pretty often. I'm still too focused on killing things. Because, you know, you just have to be focused less on killing things with each difficulty, I feel like. At least this early on. I don't know about otherwise, but... I didn't need to shoot him there. I was kind of safe-ish. Okay, let me try to find a healing item, because okay, good. I do have some of this stuff. I'm expecting at least someone to come by at some point, but if no one comes by, it's practice. Plus, you know, I feel like I'm more of a Let's Player anyway, but it's just the editing is... It's been taking a lot out of me, and I've been burnt out recently. But I'm coming back to it. I've been editing more than not at all the last few days. That's good. But it's been hard for me to want to do much but just play games on my off time, so I'm trying to do more content with that, basically. Which, you know, if I just want to play and I don't want to edit and I want to make content, then, well, I'm trying to stream. I might also start trying to stream some mornings. I could certainly do that. But... Oh yeah, it's gonna be like this for a little while, I think. I'm back to BLR. I have a few episodes left. I just kind of burned out of editing because I also have my job that is draining energy, and then my sleep patterns have been screwed because I have less time to sleep and do everything else. And it's been hard for me to not stay up too late after work because I'm used to having a lot more time on my hands. So it's a whole process, and I was stretching myself too thin. And then my brain and body was like, no, you're not doing that anymore for a while. Now I'm back to being able to stream this weekend. I'm just trying not to do the full 3 to whatever stream. I'm gonna start at more like 6. In general. I think that is better for me. Having more afternoon to sort of honestly sleep a lot of the time and also just do other stuff. And then the evenings on my streams, just like they have been, I start at more like 6 and 8 now. And on the my weekdays, which are My work days, that will not confuse people, because I work at a casino where I always end up working weekends. It's just kind of, if you work at a casino or restaurant or any place people tend to go on weekends, then, duh, right? But regardless, so yeah, my weekends, my work weekend, to not confuse people, hopefully, is Wednesday, Thursday, so that's why I tend to stream on the evenings here at this point. I think it'll be evenings now. I need to stop setting in stone things, be like, I'm gonna try Bloody Blue whenever I have a plan. Because, like, a lot of times, your plans do not work out like you think they will. Not always. People, like, get cynical about stuff like that. It's not like they never work out, at least mostly, but yeah, a lot of times they don't. That is life. So I would like to, yeah. I don't know what I was saying. I'm just kind of rambling while I figure out what to do here. How to survive here. I'm trying not to use a whole lot of house, because the moment I get in house, I have to deal with Senor Chainsaw. Man, I'm, Salvador. I'm a little bit name-witty today. Right name. All I know is I am having fun. That is what counts.
You gotta be kidding me.
Unfortunately, no. He is not kidding you, and the enemies will only get more ridiculous. Get used to it, Leon. I love games like this. I've started to realize why I love games like specifically Resident Evil 4. It's because you're being a badass in a really oof-ass situation. It's about surviving the worst of stories like this. Like, and I feel like Resident Evil does it very well with Leon, and generally I think they're like that, because normally the main character of these games survives. I don't like a lot of horror stories because, like, usually, like, everyone ends up dying, or there's a horrible ending. With Resident Evil games and, like, other... Or at least, like, games, like... Again, there's horror games that are just gonna be, like, it's all about the horror, right? But Resident Evil games aren't really, from my experience, about the horror as much as about a character surviving an oof-ass situation. Because they're survival games, right? They reward you with the character definitely surviving everything that happened. I like that a lot. It gives me a lot of strength. Like, if Leon can survive this, maybe I can survive, my life. I say survive, but it depends on me if he does or not, ultimately. So there's also a sense of, hey, I did that on hardcore difficulty here. That's what I'm working on. Okay, I really, like, whatever I can shoot, I want to shoot. I'd like to work on doing that less and being more all about what would help me. Okay, I'd like to stagger something so I can do this! And that's actually perfect. He's right in the way. Yeah, let me get away from him. Load my gun. Lead him through here. Oh, God! Or it could fall on me. What made it fall? Is it just gonna fall after he starts rampaging? Is it random? Because I thought you had to shoot that for that to fall. What made it fall? I'm not sure. Maybe someone's axe got thrown in. I didn't see anything whiz past me or anything. I'm not sure what caused that, but it did stop them for a second. It did damage me a little bit. I'm not fond of that. But thankfully, I do have a green herb here. I'm out of healing items now, however. Alright, oh, I don't have nades. What happened? Did I use my nades or did I not pick them up? I might have used it. There's definitely other houses with stuff, so let me get that going. I'm pretty sure one is still my pistol. That's the house I just was at. Oh, God. Okay, that might have been smarter than trying to shoot him, because it's not very It's not the easiest thing to get that all the time, but I'd really like to work on getting it more often. Now, I've been through this house, haven't I? Yes. Yes, and that is not a drawer I can get into. At least I remember that. Oh, God. Am I just dead now? No. Not if I'm smart and run the right direction. I'm looking for survival tools, especially healing items. Oh, good, good. Or just that. Okay, good. I did it. Fuck yeah, dude. I was not expecting that time to do that, especially because, yeah, time to loot everything. Hell yeah. Pretty sure I left a lot of items I might have ended up squandering if I got them anyway, so that's a good part about this. I don't know if you peeps are around. Maybe you all were expecting me at 3, and then when I didn't show up, you just kind of goofed. Or maybe you're all busy, or maybe you just kind of didn't... Or checking my channel and didn't want to watch me anyway. If I was around, maybe going to be, but regardless of all of that, I am having fun here. Maybe it's a lot of it's the same game, you know, more than once. Maybe that's a lot of why maybe some people just kind of stuff like that. So maybe I need to think about that. Oh, yeah, that's right. This will just fall down. There is nothing up there, which is deceiving because there's always ammo up here, right? In the original. But in this version of the game, nothing is Oh, never mind. There is an herb. Wait. Wait. Oh, it won't fall, will it? It won't fall after the fight! Okay, no. Okay, it will. If you try to stand at the window, then that's when... Oh my god. If you just go straight for the herb, though, oh my god. And I don't think I remember that herb there, so I don't think I picked it up before. I guess I might as well use it so that I'm not staggering around and have what Laura calls strawberry jam on my screen. I've never had an issue with that screen effect of being low health. But, Laura has, and he brought to my attention that a lot of people do, because some other people in his chat agreed with him. He tends to find that to be a negative with games. Because he reviews games while he's playing them. And I'd say he's a much better reviewer than a lot of other game reviewers, because they're not near as thorough. They're often not even gamers, or, I don't know. Their points don't really seem relevant to anyone else, but I'd say with lore, that's definitely not true. Especially because his viewers tend to chime in on stuff. Either way, I really respect lore. But I don't tend to watch him as much anymore, because he tends to have a very self-deprecative style of commentary and general demeanor. And a lot of his thoughts and ways of thinking, and the things that he says, especially regarding himself and life and people and culture, he's very cynical. Are just depressing to me. But he has a lot of good points, and especially about writing and game design. And so as a creative person and someone who really loves games and writing and stories, I really admire him. He's hard to watch for me, because he's negative in ways that really rub me the wrong way. That are just like, they don't feel healthy for me to listen to. They kind of make me depressy, and I just kind of would rather watch someone that tends to be more upbeat or just less cynical. Sometimes I do like he's also kind of a chill guy, and there's other people that are chill that don't tend to speak like he does about life and himself, but he's obviously a very depressive person that doesn't want help, and so looking at him and how he lives his life and how he responds to things, it's kind of depressing. But he's also very inspiring because he works his ass off. And he makes a lot of content. And I'd say the quality of it is pretty good. Although, again, he would disagree because he has a negative viewpoint of himself. I know he tries to change it, though. It's very ingrained, and I get it, especially because he's over 40. But I really get that. The reason I rose it the wrong way, though, is because I've had a very big self-esteem issue my whole life, and slowly. I keep, like, going up to people like I have a knife. I don't... I was gonna try to knife her again. I'm so used to just having a knife. Especially because I just played some mercenaries to... You know, playing Mercenaries in order to get my head into this game, which is a very different mode than Mercenaries, might not be the smartest thing because maybe that's why I'm being so reckless. But no, the reason I'm being so reckless is because I can ultimate. Oh wow! Oh yeah, you can sort of set up the animals to fight your enemies for you, but they're also dangerous to you as well when they get riled up like that, which I'm pretty sure was not a thing in the original game at all. Don't want to deal with the cow, so I'm going to let him walk past me. Also, I'm not going to kill the cow, I just feel bad. I'm sure you can, probably, but I'm not going to kill the cow. Poor Moo Moo didn't do shiz.
Won't open.
I mean, yeah, they can be aggressive and attack you because they're fucking scared because gunshots are going off, but, you know, or that even if you just get in their face, they'll, like, be aggressive, which makes a lot of sense, too, actually. Like, I remember Nico just stood in front of a cow, like, right in front of a cow, and it ended up hitting it, which was never a thing in the original. But it was funny, though. He was like, oh, this cow, this cute cow, look at him. Look at the animals. Wow, they did a lot of good job with the animals, just like they did with, like, the rest of the game graphically. Like, holy shit. And then, oh god, it fucking attacked me. What the shit? Anyway. Because I'm pretty sure that was not a thing in the original. Also, I like this here. Instead of the well thing, there is one well that works the exact same way as both the, the treasure here and the one, and the second one we run into. But that second well was kept intact, but this is a different way of getting the thing without getting it dirty. It's gotta wait until it's lined up about here, or, well, really, whenever it's not lined up here, which basically means whenever it's over this spot, because it rotates mostly over the pig crap. I wanted to say pig crap silo from the Simpsons movie, but it's not a silo. But anyway, pig crap vat or whatever you would call that. Well, is that a well? Not sure. No, yeah, that is a well, isn't it? It's just not the same well that has like the wooden beam you have to shoot in order to close the lid in order to drop the thing. Okay, I am way too... Oh god, I am also... Oh, never mind. Clearly, though. I'm way too anal about headshots, but they're really satisfying, so I keep doing it even when I'm saying I'm being too anal about it. Anyway. It's kind of funny how that worked out. Because I autopilot to try to do headshots at this point. Because I did already, like, play this game and figure out some things as like practice to play this more smoothly on stream without being stuck in one place and then burning out. Because I didn't realize how tired I was either that stream. Yep, I'm aware of the medallions, but I might as well pick this up because it's here. And I'm also pretty sure you need to pick it up before you turn it into him, but don't quote me on that. You might be able to miss them and still turn the quest into, but I don't. Yeah, this is the place where you should shoot the thing, where you're, like, intended to see it. But you can also see it inside the building. And I know I'm not the only one that initially did that. I know that Nico B did as well. I've watched his play as well. Ah! Ooh,
No good.
I'll stream at least like 4 or 5 hours. That might be actually how much I end up streaming, but we'll see. Especially if people don't show up, but I tend to go more like 6-ish perhaps. But I would like to do some other things. I wanted to press the goddamn record button no matter what came. I think that's just the attitude you've got to have starting out streaming, because until you know you've got a fan base and plans and stuff, like, and people know what's up and, you know, all of that, then you can't really count on stuff. But I'll start streaming at 3 again tomorrow. If they might have seen me not go live at around 3 or you know, for an hour or so after and assumed I wasn't streaming. That might be what's happening as to the fact that I don't have people, but we'll see. People might also pop up. Also, there might be some issue with, like, the stream even getting to people. That might be it. Either way, I'm having funsies. Treat it like a Let's Play, dude. Oh yeah, there's the well that the treasure would normally be hanging. The well is still here. It's just the treasure is over there now, or was. I just picked it up already. I've got 2 or 3 of 5. I do not have all the medallions. I don't remember where they all are right now. I keep going over here because I know that, like, in the original, I'm pretty sure there was one hanging right up here, but that is not the case here, or at least like the back of a building very similar, because the layout is definitely a little different, just like most of the game. They kept some areas very faithful, especially boss fights and arenas, and like other big iconic encounters, like the big double, both of the big giant fights. But I'm pretty sure they got rid of the split paths thing. Either that, or I just went down the locust path without realizing it. The first time. Oh yeah, there's one. How many is this? 3, okay. 4 and 5. I know that one of them's up on these boardwalks somewhere. I remember that, and then I remember, or at least, like, you shoot it from there, but I remember it's kind of in a tricky... Where's that 4th one? I'm pretty sure the 4th one is on the ground somewhere, too, or at least you can get it from... But I don't quite remember where it is right now. I think I remember it's, like, in a another one in a window, maybe? Or maybe I was just... No, I wasn't just thinking about the one. I'm pretty sure there's at least another one like that. There's also a crate back here. I don't know if I've ever really gotten this crate before. Probably have, but, you know. Box destruction. God, it's so fun to kick them open. And I'm glad you don't have to use the awkward knife mechanics of the first game and duck down. Oh yeah, also, I was always shooting this. I literally learned from a stream that apparently in this game and the original game, you can just do that and not waste a bullet and not possibly damage yourself. And definitely damage yourself, you know, if you're close enough. It's just hard not to be sometimes with some of the orientation. I probably learned it at some point, maybe, but maybe not. But I'm, like, apparently even in the original, you can just move close enough to the actual, like, box of those strip wires and disable them. I didn't fucking know that. I don't have to use a bullet for that, so I won't. Especially on hardcore mode.
Fix everything myself.
Especially on pro, when I actually do end up playing pro. But I'm playing hardcore this time, because I learned that pro is a lot harder than this mode. Very big step up. Definitely, I think, a bigger spike than the original pro. Because I swear I did not have so much trouble going through the engineer. But it might also be, A, I was, like, kind of a mess last week, I mean, for some reason. But B, like, because that's 4 or 5. I have to learn the locations of the medallions again through a series of playthroughs. And then I'll be able to just get them like I'm used to. But yeah, you always have to go through here to get through the medallions. And also, I think the gear is in here, too. So you always gotta face this big boy right here. Hoping before he gets to me... Yeah, I just want this guy dead and to not damage me a whole lot, so... I'm gonna try to use this nade to get rid of him. I don't know if it'll kill him, but it'll definitely deal a lot of damage to him. Nope. Hoping the shotgun might do it, though. Did I get him? Yes, good, good. So, I didn't have to deal with him damaging me at all. That feels really good. Or at least very much. I think I did a bit of damage to myself with the nade, but it wasn't that bad. Okay, I'm starting to get that feeling I got satisfying feeling I got from playing through the original a bunch of times. Like, the game's still hard and challenging and fun, but, like, I know what to do, and so I just kind of blitz through the game, but, like, still gotta pay attention. I really like the way that the first one was balanced. I think they tried their best to balance this game in a way very similar to the original, even though it is a very different game. Extremely. But I would say the combat balance still feels about right for why it's so... Like, it's a huge part of what makes the original so fun. I'm gonna also really try to start focusing on getting rid of axe arms and also not being cornered so much in general. Because, well, you know. Two big examples in succession of why those are issues I need to work on with my gameplay. Oh yeah, I finally have a knife again, but I'm not sure when I... Okay, I was trying to spacebar that to parry that, but that didn't work. Okay, I'm out of ammo. I gotta stab him. Oh god. That's the other problem, is I am being very reckless, because I can be, because I'm better at the game, but it leads to situations like this, where I have no resources. But honestly, it's just fun to play the game this way. So I'm starting to realize I don't like optimalness, I like being reckless and somehow surviving everything. Like this, you know? It's just fun. Also, it's that quicker feeling of progress than if I was more methodical. And since I don't have to figure out where to go and how to solve puzzles so much, unless I forget details or get confused, which, you know, is going to happen to any human being, and especially me, if you know me. But, or at least sometimes it feels like it's especially me. But anyway. But, barring that, I just like being able to blitz through these games faster than the first time. And so, I tend to be reckless because I can survive it and it's fun. By the way, this is on hardcore. It doesn't feel all that much more difficult, but I did have a bit of trouble with the village. I was expecting to, but it wasn't as much as when I tried to play on Pro, because Pro in this game is... Hardcore is what Pro was in the original, from what I can feel. And, like, I would say that literally, Professional in this game is just... It's a step above the Pro in the original game from what I've tried of it. It's so much more of a survival game. Like, it's balanced to the point of, like, you know, that the formula they added to this version of the game, you know what I mean? It's balanced to be more like RE2 Remake and, again, the classic gameplay mixed with the RE4 formula of shooty bang. And so what happens is I can shooty bang less in Pro in this game. So I've realized I'm probably always going to prefer hardcore, because there's going to be a bit of a challenge, but it's not going to just be reduced to less of an action game, more of a survival game. Because that is what I'm feeling of this right now, and I like it. So I'm just going to stay on hardcore, I think. Mostly, but I probably want to eventually do Pro for gits and shiggles in the achievement, but that's gonna be a pain in my bum. For sure. I said bum without thinking. You can tell I've been watching a lot of British people that are Let's Players and streamers, because I do. I watch a lot of them. Well, people from the UK, because I know that, you know, like, when I hear that accent, my brain goes Britain, but there's definitely other places they live. In fact, Lucius Maximus, one of the people that I know, was originally from the UK. She's gotta be, but I know she lives in America right now, for whatever reason. But she has the accent, you know. Like, she's from Britain, but I know she lives in America right now. At least I'm pretty sure she does. Pretty sure I learned that somehow. Anyway. But, let's see, what other British people do I watch? There's a lot. Sorcerer Dave, I watch him a lot. To watch a lot of Variax. What's his name? There's a lot of British people I used to watch. I used to watch some Yogscast, but that's not really what I'm talking about, because I don't really like Minecraft stuff anymore, or things like what Yogscast is. I like people that are more about enjoying the games and less about being funny, even though being funny, I think, should be part of it, or trying to be funny. Well, I don't know about should, but some people thrive on, like, I like people like Nico B who have that funny, memey, like, essence, kind of. Oh yeah, that's right. You go around and the path is kind of hard to see. I tend to get lost here so far, but a few more playthroughs and I think it'll sink in that that's the direction I need to go here. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to stop those pitchfork chargers from far away, because you just gotta shoot them a couple of times. Okay, where are those guys? You know what? I'm not gonna use up ammo on people that are that far away. I'm gonna start doing that less, in general. This game is so immersive. I love just vibing to this game. I was half debating just trying something new this stream, but I think I might do that tomorrow, but I also probably want to play more of this game tomorrow. It's so good. Yeah, I was gonna try to knife this trap. I don't have a knife anymore, but what I can do is that. Okay. But yeah, it's hard for me not to play reckless, so I'm probably just always gonna have, issues with, Okay, good, I didn't get damaged there. But thankfully, issues with... I forget what I was saying, but I do have less of an issue with getting trapped this time. Which I never really got to the point when I played the original of that. Okay, let me just try to get freaking axe arms. Okay, I got it, but after he threw it, but I think his arm's gone now. Bam! I love how the roundhouse kick always gets anything that's immediately around you. So it's always really good to do, even against groups of enemies, around whatever you're doing. But if they're not very close to the thing you're doing, I would not... The thing you're going to melee, I would not advise doing it. Because oftentimes you will give them a window that way. I learned that the hard way in the village here. Guess since there's several here... Not that one. I don't have much... I probably have the ability... No, I need a little bit more gunpowder for shotgun ammo, and I've got a decent amount of pistol ammo, so... I'm probably gonna save... I'm gonna try to not use up all my pistol ammo for a while. Oh, no, I got 3 gunpowder now. See, I'm debating getting more shotgun shells made, but... I'll just go for, like, when I definitely need more ammo, and then I'll figure out what for, I guess. Because the thing is that, well, I just saw that that red line indicates that I am about to have more handgun ammo again. Very nice. God, this is so fun. They really refined the combat to make it somehow even more fun. They did not, like, I'd say the combat is the absolute best part of this remake. It is so fucking fun. And that's saying something for me, because I also really love what they did with the lore and story and characters. Graphically, I mean, yes, it's pretty. I really like the graphical update, but I am more of a stylization over fidelity person. So, you know, this is not the style of graphics that I would love from anything, but as far as, like, every other aspect of this thing, I'd say they knocked it out of the park. However, I would say that one caveat I have about... See, I'm panicking, because I thought I was done with the encounter, and I forgot how more things were here. And so I'm making a lot of mistakes. And I forgot to start looking for fucking traps again. But, also, I lost my train of thought again. Sometimes, you just gotta shut up and play the video game. That's what you learn as a content creator. As much as you want to talk about all sorts of things. Sometimes it's better to do that later, especially because I forgot what I was saying anyway. And that's another thing. Another sort of danger, I guess you could say. Okay, I killed him. I didn't think I would. I'm pretty sure... I thought he was not gonna be even close to dead. But something damaged him at some point. Okay, good. I didn't think that was gonna hit me. I love how there's an indicator of the dynamite, by the way, because I'm pretty sure that was never a thing in the original. There was never any indicator of the dynamite. Okay, yeah, she's gonna keep throwing it on the roof. because I think she is not able to get inside the windows. Yeah, she's up here, so she's just chucking it in my general direction, because that's all she can do. So if I was in that house, yeah, taking shelter there is actually a good way to get away from her stick of dynamite in particular. A good way to remember that. Good thing to remember for future, because I eventually want to start basically speed running these. Okay, I was about to knife her without a knife again. I'm glad that I stopped myself, because I couldn't have done it anyway. I don't know what it is about sometimes, but sometimes when you shoot them in the head like that, it just doesn't blind them and let you do a melee attack. Which I guess is another reason why my friend taught me you always shoot at the knee. But if you watch most people that play this game, aha, I noticed it. Barely. I noticed that trap just barely. But, like, if you watch a lot of people play this game, they tend to aim for the head until Plagas happen. And then they aim for the knee. But I wonder if that's more of a byproduct of, like, you aim for the head. That's just what you do in video games. That most people have basically been taught by every other game except for Resident Evil 4. And I guess, well, a lot of survival games, I guess, but especially Resident Evil 4 because of the whole Plagas thing. But until Plagas happen, headshots are good. And even when Plagas happen, headshots can be good, but you're gambling with your life more than you already are there. Also, I love this little, By the way, Nico B shoots this lock. That's a waste of ammo, especially because he's playing on hardcore, too. But Nico B shot that lock in his blind playthrough. I always remembered to triple kick. Even during this. But I also played the crap out of RE4 original, and he only played. So never mind. He did it blind on stream. That was really fun for me to watch after I had recently played the shit out of it myself over and over again. I love this misdirection here. You think it's gotta be Luis banging on his wardrobe, right? Well, he's not in a wardrobe this time, one. Two, what's happening is he's hammering in Luis down there in the cellar that he's actually in, instead of Luis being the one banging on something. It's like it's a haha, I got you, original game players kind of thing that the developers did, which I feel like it's kind of a fun little haha trick. That, I don't know, I like it for some reason. It's like they knew you'd think that, and I mean, you're right that Louise is here, but you're wrong about everything else you would have assumed from that. I like that. It's kind of funny. I feel like they absolutely did that with... It's like, you know, this game is definitely a love letter to the original, which a remake should be, but, like, you know... There's a lot of things you only appreciate if you've played the original game, like I have. And I'm sure that was added for that purpose and a bunch of other. And I like that. But it also is a really good entry point into Resident Evil for anyone. I would absolutely say so.
That hurts, you know? Seemed like you
I really like Luis in this one too, especially because we get him for longer.
Say, you got a smoke? You know, those things will kill you. Oh.
Also, his voice and his demeanor is so good. And I love all of his new dialogue so much.
Oh, there. Not this guy. Who are you? Okay, stop right there.
The big cheese, as Luis called him here in the original. One other thing I have a small gripe about in this game is that a lot of the original iconic lines aren't here, but a lot of the most iconic ones that would be blasphemy for them to not include, like, you know, where's everyone going? Bingo and stuff like that. But are in the game, but a lot of them aren't in the game. Like, I'm pretty sure that when you meet I don't want to call him Sadler, but what I mean is the Castellan guy, the little short castle leader dude friend person. I forget his name entirely, but when you meet him, he's, you know, the whole thing about him being small time, I don't think is in this game, and also your right hand comes off. I don't even think he mentioned a right hand in this one, but I might be wrong about that. But, you know, stuff like that isn't in the game, and stuff like the big cheese isn't in this game. But, I guess he wouldn't know who he was, or maybe he would know who he is, but... Oh, yeah. You wouldn't say not this guy if you didn't know who he was, but, like... And also, the real big cheese is Sadler. Also, I really like that in this version, Sadler actually speaks through you. Which makes a lot of sense considering that he can obviously control every fully plugged member of the game to do specific every fully plugged like Ganado, he can just command them to do specific things. And like how does he do that? He literally speaks to them in their minds like that. So it makes a lot of sense that after the plaga is put in you, he can do that.
I can see you're thinking.
I'm skipping a lot of the cutscenes, but not this one, because I think they made this even better.
Someone?
This particular scene.
Maybe. Some missing señorita? Young girl?
And like everything with Luis, I think they knocked out of the park, absolutely.
Now. Great. See. Heard chatter about moving, señorita. Moving her.
Yeah, they wouldn't specifically mention it was the
Who knows?
president's daughter,
Perhaps
so I like that he just saw that they were moving a girl, which makes a lot more sense.
hanging with you. Not healthy.
Well, it's more healthy than getting an axe, so maybe you should be getting an axe to the back of the head, so maybe you should be grateful that you're hanging with Leon. Also, I love this, that they choke him out together. God, and Leon is such a badass. And it makes a lot of sense that he has a lot of quick thinking like this, because he was literally trained through life or death scenarios in order to have this kind of quick thinking. Maybe that's a huge part of why they trained them that way. It makes a lot of sense.
Shit, they took my gear.
Also, this section is pretty cool. At least I finally have it. Oh, I was about to say I finally have a knife again. I will have a knife. And that is all I'm going to be able to use here, because that's where they decided to tutorialize knives, just in case you didn't know yet. Even though most people figured out the knife stuff beforehand. I have found, even if you're blind, I think. But I like that, just in case, they make sure. Also, this is the place with, like,
I'll see what I can find. In the meantime,
the fish,
make your way
maybe.
to that church.
But I don't think it has the fish in this case. Actually, does it? Can you go down here? Is there a point to going? No, you cannot. This would be where the fish would be in the original game. All those fish you can kill and get healing items from. They become healing items, except they take up a lot of space. But that is not a thing in this game. But I think that would be where they'd be, down there. But you can't go down. Yeah, this is the sewer section. This is what it is in this. And it makes more sense they'd take your stuff, because they didn't in... Why would they not take his weapons? Like, excuse me? Yeah, and like, a lot of things just make more sense, and the game's more immersive, because it's less cheesy, but I still miss the cheese, because it's funny. It's a weird thing, I'm saying. I don't think I prefer one over the other. I don't think most people would. I think most people will love the remake and the original, for their own reasons. That's certainly what I've realized. That I've started to do. Okay, I was ready to stab him, but at least I can stab these dang traps again, instead of wasting a bullet on them. Oh, I was about to shoot him, but I don't have a gun right now. I'm much better at parrying. I say that, and then what I tend to do is be a little bit too stab happy after parrying, and oftentimes that's when I get hit. I'm not readying myself for every attack that might come my way. But if you get used to that, then in theory you won't take a singular fucking damage, or at least you certainly could. I know that Carcinogen SDA, speedrunner that's very well known for specifically this game and generally Resident Evil, has started a no damage run at this game, and I wish him luck to figure out how to even do that at all, because it definitely is going to take a lot of work. I'd like to try something like that one day. Not a speed run, because he's not doing a speed run yet. She surely will at some point, but I think I'm too late because of this. How did I not notice that trap before? Okay, yeah, no, I am too late. I noticed the one next to it, but not that one, even though it's so close to the one that I disabled. Brain, please. Either way, it's not hard to find. Also, I like this. They would definitely put it, like, you know, locked up just in case you did get free like this, but I kind of like how, again, it's a little bit of a puzzle. It also tutorializes some other stuff in the game later, where, there are definitely other sections where you have to do these timed, I guess you could call them puzzles, but
I'll be taking these back.
also gives you a lot of knives just in case, which I really like because I use the hell out of them. I hope to get better at not wasting my knives on hardcore. But I'll tell you one of the first things I'm going to do at merch is upgrade my fucking knife. Regardless. In fact, I'm probably going to be stupid and use all my money to upgrade my... I think that wouldn't be very stupid, actually. That'd actually be pretty smart. Because the knife is really good, but you gotta really be careful about using the shit out of it. And it's gonna be hard for me to do that, so the logical thing to do is spend all my money on upgrading my knife. Wait, oh, I don't think I ever got all 5 of the medallions in the farm. I just realized that. Do I have to go back to the farm? Because I want to do that. Hold on. Isn't there like a menu item where you can see your progress and that stuff? I don't remember right now. Is it in treasures, maybe? I feel like it could be? I don't know why I thought it... I don't know. Maybe it's in merch himself. Yeah, I don't think I've done it because he's not immediately being like, you completed the thing. I have the pro pendant that I can sell. Also, I know now that you can just sell the Hunter's Lodge key because you use that to get through the basement for the story, so you can always sell that. There's not a use for it after that. And you can always tell by the check mark that it had there. Oh yeah, I unlocked the hand cannon from, I think, playing a bit of Mercenaries earlier on my own. Oh yeah, I've got to repair my combat knife before I do anything. Also, yeah, the Velvet Blue, I can also just sell. Hang on to the ruby. Oh wait, there's also a treasure in there. I could buy the treasure map and get it. But yeah, I think that I didn't end up getting all the medallions in the farm. I got 4 or 5. But I guess I want to go back and do that. Do I, though? Honestly, no. I'd rather keep progressing. Just doing whatever I want to do, because I want to just play through the game again. I've never been a completionist anyway. Yeah, nah, screw it. Like, honestly. But man, they're so much more expensive on hardcore. That's the other thing. This shit is going to be so much more precious. It's going to be... That's so much more expensive. Oh my god. Especially because I really wanted to... Like, I need to repair my knife. That's 4,000 already. So... Either I buy a singular first aid spray and forgo the ability to increase my knife's durability, or I can do it. But much rather... Yeah, honestly, survivability over healing items makes sense anyway, right? You're kind of investing in the same thing, you know, survivability. And healing items are expensive. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I like that choice. I'm kind of proud of it too, because I tend to default to hoarding and chugging healing items, which is really expensive in this. Plus, I've got an egg and 2 herbs. That's not nothing, so... Also, let's see here. Do I need any ammo right now? I actually don't think I need any. Although maybe I could benefit from some pistol ammo. But do I absolutely need any right now? No. In fact, if I can get through an encounter without draining the rest of his ammo, if I find more, I'm not going to use up my resources. Yeah, I like that. By the way, I'm like a broke... Well, actually, I have 7,000. What can I do with that? Oh, that's right. If I... Yeah, that's the thing. If you do get that to start with, and you get the scope... I'm not sure if limited time only means... Like, I'm not sure what the hell limited time only means, but I imagine it might mean... yeah, I think I might also get the bolt thrower next, in order to... Again, I really don't want to worry about ammo all the time, especially on hardcore, so I think I want to get the bolt thrower But yeah, I'm not gonna go back for anything. I say that. I am gonna go back for the treasure that I know is in here that I forgot about, because I'm rushing. Um, wait, hold on. I say that. You know what? Can I even buy the treasure map? I don't think I can. I have a singular spinel. I find it interesting that the spinel for this version... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just do that then. Was made... I have got a soft spot. But yeah. Oh, jeez. I don't need that. Can I just... Yeah, I can just go through this door this time. But yeah, this one is still... this door now, but that one is still... So, that requires an old key, I think. With those consumable keys that open those doors. I don't have one right now. I like all the mechanical changes in this game. I would say, generally they're very interesting and lend itself to its own kind of interesting gameplay. It's an interesting, fresh experience even for people that played the shit out of RE4 original like I did. Oh, do I know there's another treasure in there. I'm not sure why I ended up going all the way back out here when I know that I can get... Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought this was a locked door, but no. The locked door is that big red rusty boy. Only way you can open it is by turning that wheel, and I don't have a reason to anymore. Oh, that's right. It's in here. I think it's just a gem, though. Yeah, just like in the original. In these furnaces, it's just that. Also, I remember this section being much more of a pain in the ass than the original. And there were even more traps everywhere. Wait, am I going the wrong direction? Yes, I came from here. There's no treasure here. There's no reason to... back out this way. By the way, if anyone's been chatting, just in case something's going wrong with it, I'm not seeing your messages. But I'm looking at the multi-stream chat on my Streamlabs OBS, so I should be able to see all the messages. But just in case you've messaged and it hasn't seemed to have gotten through to me, it hasn't. But I think there's just someone lurking. Either way, thank you for being awesome. Especially if you're one of my regulars, which you probably are. And, of course, if so, you are doubly awesome. In fact, I would say triply awesome. Triply awesome. Infinity awesome. I love his new quotes. And, like Vastalord pointed out that one time, he uses a lot of British slang. I love that. Like, now he does. He never did in the original. And Vastalord thought that was strange, one of the other people in my chat that was there for my first playthrough. Because, you know, of the accent. But now he uses mate and stuff. But why is he shoulder grabbing? I am kind of injured. I'm not sure if being injured is what the shoulder grabbing means, but I think it is. Alright, time to murder my way through here. Okay, I'm gonna try to get up here so I don't have to worry about this anymore as soon as possible. Because I know that I can't go through that door, but I'm pretty sure it's on the roof of this building. So I'll just get it. Yeah, there's a lock on this side. That's... Actually, no, it's not this building. It's another one. I was like, hold on, is it really on that building that's right here? Yeah, no. But I know that there's only one emblem in this case. I'm pretty sure you had to find two before. But it's on top of a building, and there are a lot of people trying to kill you the whole time, and I'm dead. Speaking of being killed. This is certainly hardcore mode, yep. Okay. You know what, I'm gonna try to pick people off when I'm up on the ledge. There's no reason not to, other than impatience. And liking the melee combat in this game a whole lot. But it is easier to not get killed if you pick a few of them off, so I'm just gonna do that this time. Now, I don't have the snipper rifle because I chose to upgrade my knife, which I think is a very smart choice on hardcore. At least for me and my knife-obsessed ass. But... kill like a couple of them, hopefully. And I'm definitely going to just give myself more pistol ammo. Because that's a lot of pistol ammo. That's a large amount. Oh, you know what? I need to figure out how to just record the game, because otherwise everything that pops in front of the game like that you'll see, and I don't want you guys to have to see whatever the heck my computer decides to display for whatever reason. So I'll figure out how to actually just record the game before, but I had an issue with just using game capture with this game before, so I just ended up doing screen recording, but I'll fiddle with it and see if I can find another solution that doesn't show you everything on my screen. Because, I don't know, I like to not have the clutter when I watch Let's Players, so I just like to try to do whatever I would like from any content creator in my stuff, you know? Just in case other people feel the same, and I know that in a lot of cases that is true. There's 3 of them right there. Oh, I say that. Oh, there's still 2 right here. And another 2. Well, I mean, well... one of them is the same, but yeah. In principle, anyway. I'm obsessed with trying to shoot heads too much. And not moving and trying to survive, but it's so fun. And I still am not dying a whole lot. So until I start dying a whole lot in a row, I'm not going to change my gameplay much, which is the main reason I might never play professional on this stream. At least on the stream. I might still never do pro, because it's probably not going to be very fun for me in this game. But pro in the original is. Because it's still more action-y. But in this game, pro makes it much more of a survival game, much less of an action game. And I don't really like that. That is not what it did in the original. It just made it much harder, from my experience. And I did beat the original on pro. So I kind of think that's my big achievement for this series right now. And I don't really want to play pro in this game because of what I realized it was. But hardcore is still more challenging and more fun. So, yeah, I think I'll stay here as far as difficulties go. Owie. But I just played on standard, even though hardcore is supposed to be for everyone that played the original like I did. But even knowing that, I did standard because I wanted to make sure that I could see the game, the whole game, and everything they changed with minimal, like, time in between because I was impatient and I really wanted to see the story stuff. Now I've done that, though. Challenge time. Also, I'll certainly try a lot different weapons in this game whenever I get the money to do that. But money will be tighter in general, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm hyped, Durgan. All I know is this game is just one of those comfort zones for me that I could play again and again and again. And the remake feels very much like Resident Evil 4 again. And so it kind of is the same way. It's both versions I will replay many more times throughout my life, I guarantee you that. I still haven't gone back to the original yet. I might do that, you know, in a few months or something. Yeah, you can tell you really love a game when you're like me and you tend to be very frustrated by dying a lot. But, I'm not frustrated by dying a lot here. I'm not. Because I love this game enough. And also, I keep getting a little farther before I die. With the pro, I need to change my whole way of playing the game. I'd rather not do that. It feels like almost a similar principle, though I think even a little bit less exaggerated than, I love Fire Emblem Awakening to death. It's one of those other games I've played to absolute death and back. In fact, I love it so much that every time I try to play another Fire Emblem game, I just want to play Awakening again before I finish that playthrough. That keeps happening to me. Like when Engage came out, I like Engage a lot, actually. But I couldn't finish the game because I wanted to finish the playthrough of Awakening first. The only other Fire Emblem game I've managed to finish is like a couple of, and not even all 3 of the different Fates routes, and also one Three Houses route. But like, you know, that's not really the point I tried to make when I was gonna make when bringing up Awakening. What I was trying to say was that Awakening's lunatic mode is so ridiculous. You are a lunatic if you play that mode, because Like, again, it just makes... You have to have so many different strategies. It restricts the hell out of what you can do. I don't like that. That's the same reason I don't really like the pro mode in this game. Though pro in the original is probably actually where I'm staying as far as difficulty goes. But because of how they did pro in this game and how it makes it much more of a survival game, much less of an action game, you're at way less ability to do shit like this. And shit like this is why I live for this game. Now, I was trying to demonstrate a melee attack there. That's one of the big things I love in this game and can't stop loving so much. But I wasn't able to do that there. And stuff like blowing up the dynamite. Like, there's just, you have to fight less. I don't like that. Anyway, I'm done ranting about that for now. I'm gonna try to be anyway. Good, that missed me. Yeah, try to do some knees. I'm trying to do heads just because I've noticed that a lot of people just go for the head most of the time in the original, or not in the original, when they play Resident Evil 4 in any capacity. So both in this one and the original. I'm not sure why, but a lot of people just tend to go for the head, at least until Plaga's become a problem. But my friend always advised me always aim for the knee, because that way you'll never have to worry about Plagas, other than, you know, when they just occur anyway. But, anyway, okay, let me try to buckle down and do this right. And I was just kind of having fun killing everything, but I need to actually grab the damn medallion. I'm trying to remember where... Yeah, it's up there. It is above that house. But I don't quite remember how to get there right now. And I do not think it's on... You don't go up a ladder in the house. Otherwise, why the heck would the solution be right there? I don't remember. You have to go up on the boardwalks, don't you? And then go around that way. Yes, I think I remember. This is literally the path to it. So I'm just going to start by going this way. Pretty sure I remember this is the path to the medallion. And then I think I'm going to... I mean, there is a lot of loot here. I'd rather not miss out on it, but... I thought that was going to explode that guy, but I think he was just far away enough to not be exploded. This might be a good place for the shotgun. Here. Whenever they start closing in on me a bit more. And for these two right here... These... I am not fond of how many bullets I just used up for that, though. Without even really getting a bunch of them with it or anything. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. I need to aim better than that. I'm working on it. I'll be honest, because I just saw that there's 2 viewers now, my nerves went up and I'm playing a little worse. I've noticed that happens to me. I'm working on it. Congrats on getting past the village horde. Thank you. I finally did it. Although I will confess, I'm on hardcore now, which is one below professional, but it's still more challenging to me than standard. So we're staying here, and then I'll do a pro run probably on my own, because I realized that pro is just more survivally and less actiony, and especially when I'm streaming this game, I realized, after making you watch me do the same thing over and over again, that I'd rather not make you watch me do the same thing over and over again. So I'm just gonna not do pro on stream. At my skill level, that's just not really feasible for fun content, I feel like. So, yeah. So we're doing hardcore. It's still harder than my original difficulty that I played on. But yeah. And it still was a bit of a doozy to get past the village, but not as much of one. Because, yeah, pro is ridiculous. Pro in the original version is actually way... I feel like pro in the original game, because I beat pro in the original game. It's less hard than that. I swear to fucking Christ it is. Because what pro in remake does is it makes it more of a survival game, like we were talking about. Also, hello, NPC. Glad to see you here. Hello? There we go. Sometimes it just is hard to do the blinding them thing. I'm not sure why. Knee seems a bit more generally, feasible, which is probably why I tended to go for the knee as a habit my first playthrough, when I was kind of rushing. I'm still kind of rushing. But, more so, I feel like. But The reason I'm doing more headshots now is I saw that for some reason, most people that played this game, that I watched stream after I beat the game, because I tend to do that. I beat a game, and then I look for my favorite people playing the game online. Oh yeah, definitely still much harder. I probably need to just start going straight for the amulet, and still treat this like a little bit more of a survival game. Than trying to kill everything, because I'm still stuck on that, because that was my favorite way to play Resident Evil 4. And you could still do that to my knowledge right now, to my memory right now, on Professional. And Professional took me a very long time to do, so I still am pretty sure my memory should be good on that. I'm pretty sure you could still treat it like less of a survival game, even on Professional in the original, but not in this game. But I think they rebalanced it so much around being more close to the, the remake formula they've been going with since 1 remake. Or at least 2 remake. I never played 1 remake, so I can't really... But I imagine that's what they're doing, is they're making the whole series, including RE4, more of a survival game. And that shows a little more in the higher difficulties, for sure. Because this is still much more chaotic than on standard, but yeah. Okay, that was a little... Okay, no, it wasn't the barrel, but what did I explode then? That damaged me. I was about to say, okay, I should have done that in front of the barrel, but the barrel is still there. I'm not sure what that was about. Yeah, I know this is the path to the medallion here. So, yeah, because it's right here. But I don't have any healing, do I? But let's at least get the medallion before I die here. Isn't it right here? No, it's down here, isn't it? I think? Oh, shit. I thought this was how you got to the medallion. No, it's up here, isn't it? But how do I get the... Okay, I don't know right now. I don't remember how you get up there right now. Then, because I thought you did that by jumping on this roof. And that looked like the only way to go up there, but... I don't remember how to get to the medallion right now. I'm pretty sure it's definitely at least a little bit different than the original. Yeah, I don't really like... Especially because I don't have a... What's the word? I don't have a sniper right now. I don't really like... trying to snipe people up here. Because instead of buying the rifle, I opted for making my knife stronger. Not stronger, but making it more durable. Because, well, I'm gonna be doing that alive. Ow. Thankfully, I have 3... smaller knives in the way, and that's good because, yeah, knives break a little faster on each difficulty. I realized that from... I've already realized so far with this playthrough that, like, your knife still has a lot more durability than on Pro, but on Hardcore, it's not as drastic than, compared to Standard. Okay, why am I doing worse all of a sudden? Well, probably the same way that I often do worse all of a sudden, whatever the heck reason that is. I did do a big whole discussion about this, because this is all the last stream was. Of, like, when you die a bunch of times in a row, there's this weird cycle that every gamer seems to go through. Where you do worse, do worse, do worse, suddenly do a whole lot better. At least that's how it goes for me. This what seems to generally be happening. Right? Okay, so yeah, let me see if I can see the path to that. It looks like I have to go up there, but when I was up there, I swear to God, the only way to go was on the roof, which is too low. Unless there's a ladder I'm not seeing. I literally forget how to get up there. But I know I figured it out the first time. So I'm not sure what I'm missing right now, and what I forgot about how to get up there. Or maybe... I don't know. We'll figure it out. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get the medallion before I do shit this time. Because I know it's, like, right here. Oh, I have to do this, don't I? Oh, I think you have to go through the gate, don't you? I think? Maybe? Maybe you have to go through the gate. Let me try that. Is that where the medallion is? I don't remember that being the case. I might look it up. That would be embarrassing, but I might look it up if I don't... I don't remember where the medallion is right now, but I probably just need to explore it like I must have done the first time. Because I know the way you get to the medallion is different. I feel like I should remember, though. Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, this way... Oh, wow, he just acts She just axed that guy in the face. Did you see that? I didn't know they could hit each other with them. That's funny. I don't know if they could do that in the original. I wonder if they could. They probably could. I'm trying to get axe arms more often, too. Because throwing axes are a big pain in general. Probably especially in this version. But yeah, having this gate in between you and them and funneling them through here is better than just fighting openly in the village. That's for sure. Especially if you have a shotgun, and I do. I tried to unpause and mash. Because I've noticed that mashing spacebar works more than I feel like it would. In order to parry, but that didn't work that time. But, even though I don't really have healing items, I don't really have low health right now. That already changed. This is kind of low. Not very low, though. Okay, now, always, when they push you away, always get ready to parry. Because you will always be staggered and be open to an attack at that point. And they will always try to attack you right then. So at least I'm getting better at remembering stuff like that. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. That is much a thinner crowd, so let me just look for it. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's up here instead. I don't know. Also, it's going to switch back to my pistol, because I just used up a whole lot of that ammo, and I have a lot more pistol ammo to go around, as per usual, so... And I'm pretty sure it's actually up this ladder. So, I think we're good. There we go. I'm getting somewhere here, even if I don't get through the whole thing this time, I did better. Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna want to open that gate, and here's where the medallion is here. I was confused. I thought I was confused as to where I remembered it being. It was on top of a roof, and yes, it was up here, but I forgot how to get up here. Except, apparently you could just go around this way and do it. I didn't realize that, huh. But yeah, I do want to clear out the village. I was debating even if I wanted to, but I do, because there's loot in the village. Okay, I thought I was going to be able to run past him, but that was probably a not smart idea to try anyway. I don't even know why I wanted to do that. Like that, it's a really stupid idea in retrospect. I'm really just gambling with my life there, especially on a higher difficulty. But again, I like being reckless in this game, if that wasn't apparent, so I'm just gonna do it. Oh god, I have an herb. Okay. That was kind of entertaining how he rolled by and staggered all his friends on the way. I thought I was going to shoot him beforehand. Okay, no. I thought that animation looked like one of those ones where it just kills you, so I thought that was going to be happening, and he'd just do a second one and kill me, but no. If it wasn't one of those, thank God. Okay. I'd love a healing item right now. I'm not going to leave the village. I want to get all the loot in here. Oh, thank fuck. Thank you, video game gods. Okay, he's dead. I was about to shoot the barrel if he wasn't. But now I have a reason to shoot the barrel. Get fucked. That's always fun. Hello? I shot you in the knee, sir. I'm not sure why the knee sometimes does what... I guess maybe I'm not really getting the knee, or there's a chance, but in the original and in this version that seems to happen. I am better at actually backing up and avoiding zombie grabs, because that is a thing, but it's just like you have to back up faster, or farther. Farther is, I think, what it is. I just had to get used to that, because they can run farther in order to grab at you before they stagger, is I think that farther and faster, but you can still back away from that. I didn't think so for a while, but okay. I probably shouldn't be running at them like this and being in melee so much, but I love the melee combat in this game. Herein lies my problem and why I keep dying. I will fully admit to it, because it's too damn fun. So I will keep gambling with my life, because that is the funnest way to play this game to me. Oh god. I'm so glad I did that, because if I did not use that thing right there, I probably would have died. Christ. Please, all of you, just die and let me loot your village. That's all I want. This game in a nutshell. probably Resident Evil 8 Village in a nutshell, because I've heard that game compared to this one a lot for like a lot of reasons, especially because it also takes place in a village, as you might imagine. But I don't know much about that or 7, but I intend to rectify that on the channel at some point. So look forward to that. But give me more healing. I might not get more healing. Should I just fuck off? I have the emblem. If I survive this fucker, I might just make a break for it. And this fucker, oh god, I didn't realize I had no more ammo. Am I just dead now? I have a knife though. Okay, good. Can I just melee and run? Yes. And then this is the way to go, right? This is the exit, right? I think? No? No. No, right? No? Yes, no, maybe so? I forget what the exit is now. Fuck. Oh god, hi. Oh god, goodbye. I think this was the exit, right? I don't remember right now. Oh, yes, it was. I might be able to do... Okay. I guess fuck this now, because there is a merchant here. I still might want to go kill them all and grab their loot, because I'm pretty sure I left some stuff in there. But yeah, I'm still going to treat this game more like a survival game. It definitely does warrant that sometimes, but not as often, and not in the village in this version. I can tell you that. I did not like being... Let's be honest here. I'm not really that much of a hardcore gamer, and the reason that I say that is I really don't have the patience to sit there and die a whole lot in order to get through one thing. I don't want to do things just because they're hard. I want to do things because they're compelling to me for other reasons. And so if... I don't know, man. If I'm... Especially progress, right? So if I'm not making progress, I don't really want to continue, which is what happened last week. So I like this difficulty a lot better, because I just made progress. I'm able to go to the next area. I'm gonna have to buy the first aids and use it currently. Ouchie. But I'm pretty proud of not buying that to begin with. Like, yeah, like, that's the other thing, is money's gonna be a lot tighter. I'm gonna have to be very much more careful with it. But I'm gonna be, like, I have a ruby. I'm gonna wait to put that in something, though.
Ruby's all rubbish, mate. Don't get his...
I like how I just mentioned a ruby and that he did that. His rubies were rubbish. Alright, so I definitely have the ability to make me some ammo, right? Let me just do that. I could make some shotgun ammo just in case. I also have some rifle ammo for when I end up buying a rifle, but considering I used my first wad of cash on knife upgrades and my second on a first aid spray, because they're much more expensive, they were like 3,000 in standard. And they're 10,000 here, geez. But, yeah, I'm gonna also make me some shotgun ammo, because I can. Oh, well, okay. I thought it was grayed out for a second. I find it a little bit confusing how gray some of the options are in the menus. Because it looks to me at a glance like you can't do them, but I could. Because I knew I could. I knew I had the resources. Sometimes the grayness of a lot of the words in these menus trip me up a bit. But I would say that generally the UI is fucking... I really like how minimalistic it is, because again, it adds to that sense of immersion that this remake is really good at delivering. Yeah, that's right. I have to not just put it in there, but also crank it with the handle it came out. By the way, I've always found myself fascinated by all of the interesting puzzles and stuff like that in all sorts of games, but especially like Resident Evil games. Like, who made all of these weird traps in this place? Like, think about that. I guess the cult did? But why, though? In order to hopefully deter anyone from being able to get through there, but if you have a brain and are a badass, then, you know, like Leon, then you can get past them. Maybe they're just... The puzzles are supposed to be a type of security that is archaic enough that no one can figure it out. Except for people that, like, know how to navigate it because they were taught to. But, that obviously is never the case with video game protagonists. Now, granted, obviously out of character, it's always for gameplay that there are puzzles in a game. But, you know, I've always found it funny to think about, like, why the fuck? Because they're so impractical, right? That they are things that were built in a place, you know what I mean? Oftentimes an old city and what have you, like ruins in all sorts of games. That's just generally what they have in any kind of RPG. And especially games like Zelda, like, the puzzles are half of Zelda, you could say. Stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, definitely need some more. I guess I'll use up the rest of those. Can I make anything with these right now? The, items? Nope, neither do I need anything that I have a recipe for right now. I don't have a submachine gun or a rifle yet. I do intend to get both, though. I do intend to actually try the TMP in this playthrough, because I never did in my first one. People are saying they really like the TMP in this version, and I liked the TMP for a good while in my original playthroughs, but there was a point where I fell out of using it. I don't quite remember why. Honestly, other than I'd heard it was bad and that there were a lot of better weapons, and then I basically realized how right they were at some point, from watching a bunch of content. But I think they balanced all the weapons very much in this. Even stuff like the Punisher, people generally said that was just a worse pistol than the Red. Just period. But, I don't know, I'll try it in this game. I haven't really heard confirmation or denial of this from anyone yet, but online, but we'll see. Boom! Okay. Press F to pay respects. Although he's not dead yet, but I'm working on that. Oh god, I just kicked him into the explosion. I didn't even mean to do that, but that probably did more damage. That's probably good. Like, you know, it's Salvador, so he's a beefy boy. Especially on hardcore mode. But thankfully that kick was a free not getting chainsawed. Okay, I need my shotgun for this situation. Hey, good. I was about to use my knife, but I didn't have to. Please die. You have me in a corner, sir. I got him. Yeah, that's what I say, Leon. I say finally every time one of them dies, even on standard, but yeah, they are, of course, a little beefier in this mode. I've decided I'm not going to try and do everything. I keep thinking that the next playthrough I do of a game... Also, I need those. Yeah, these will always, I guess, be a bane for me. Just like they are for Max, even though he's played the shit out of the game even more than I have. Bear traps are always... Like, they're placed in a way where you just forget about them, and then there's another one. I swear to God they did that intentionally. I swear to God that is how they are placed. That is what they designed them around, is the traps are there in areas where the moment you forget about them because there haven't been any for a while, they get you. I swear to God. Oh my God! I literally saw it while I was pressing spacebar to run. I didn't even know why I was running when I knew there was traps around. Brain, please. I'm just gonna be paranoid about them for a second. I knife any more of them, but... I was saying something before I got sidetracked by that. I forgot. Oh well. Hi, sir. I keep forgetting there's this dude in the bathroom sometimes, too. Not all the time, but sometimes they're ready for him. And again, I'm talking classically in my playthroughs of the original, because this is only my second playthrough. I mean, technically. Yeah, this is only... I definitely have not been here yet a second time. Because I only was as far as the village last time, which I have not played this game much off-stream. I played it a little bit off-stream to figure out why Pro was so much harder than I thought it would be, and it's because this is closer to what Professional is actually like in hardcore mode. Pro in this game, again, turns it into much more of a survival game, and I don't really like that for RE4. It was always more of an action game. It feels like not... It's challenging, but I don't think in the way that I enjoy. This is challenging in the way I enjoy. But yeah, I don't have the orb yet. I need to get that by... opening that lock down there, but you get the hint for that over here, right?
Not too shabby.
I like how you actually see more evidence of who these people were before they were plugged here, like all these pictures and all of that. Because this used to just be someone's house, right? Before this whole place was, yeah, turned into the Los Illuminados' city or whatever you would call it. It's their village now, basically. Sheesh. Considering what the Los is. I remember. Get what I need to get the order. There's a lock somewhere that I have to open. Did I already grab the book? Yeah, it's down this hallway. I think so. Yes, it's that lock there. Do I already have the book that has the hint for that? Illuminatus 4-3. Yep, I picked it up without realizing it. Prop, swineherd, and pig, and then babe is ignorable because it's not on the log. So prop, swineherd. So just like the thing that looks like a person. Oh no, hold on, no. Oh yeah, swine. That's right. No, swineherd is the one that isn't on the log because there is a baby, but there isn't a swineherd. So, well, pig baby, I think. No. Wait, that's not a pig, is it? That was like, yeah, that's the pig, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Some of those animal symbols are a little bit cryptic. They seem to be very similar to like Native American carvings and things like that. But yeah, I guess looking at the horns, that's more like I guess a bull or a stag or something. Who knows? But yeah, even the pig one doesn't really look that much like a pig at a glance, but I can see the pigness. Alrighty. And this is pretty cool, the way they did this puzzle. Because before, you just rotated the emblem, and it was really, really, really obvious what to do. In this one, it's a bit more cryptic, but the general idea is very similar. You've got to line it up with the symbol. You've got to line these bubbles up with the symbol so that it exactly matches it. But how to do that is a lot harder to see than the original puzzle, so it's much more of a puzzle and less of just a thing that you do. It's not really a puzzle, which was a problem with a lot of the puzzles in the original. I'd say most of them are a little bit more of a thing to figure. There we go. There's Sadler. What's interesting is there's a lot more of these Sadler pictures in the original. I'm not sure exactly why they took out a lot of those. Like, I remember there's a bunch of Sadler pictures in the village in the original, and, you know, you'd activate them, and Leon would say something like, "What a scary fellow," or something. Sinister-looking fellow, I think, is one of the things that he said. I'm definitely playing this cutscene because Ada, and also Badassery. And Ada being badass, and also that makes much more sense than share the same blood. It's less cryptic. It's a little bit more like, you know, you're not related to us, you have a plug on you. But, you know, Leon still wouldn't know what that means. I also love how it's a little bit harder to see who it is, unless you played RE2 or this game. I like that detail. But thanks, Ada. Although,
My blood?
yeah, it's a little bit more, I guess, apparent in this game that she's just manipulating him this whole time. And then she asks him to just come with her, and she still obviously wants to be a thing with him. I feel like she feels like she is destined to have to manipulate him and keep her distance from him. I don't think that's actually true. It's pretty tragic. I both like and dislike the changes to Ada in this version. But that sense of I would like to be with Leon, but I don't think that's possible, is obviously a huge thing for her. She's obviously sad about leaving him behind at the end of the game, period.
should have left.
Interesting that you can't look at certain things while on comms. I never noticed that
Sending you
before.
the details. Take a look, but Baby Eagle is your priority.
Copy that.
Also, Ada being kind of cruel is a little bit more clear in this game, especially the way that she communicates with Louise. But obviously, she saves Leon's life again and again and again, and wants to be with, and doesn't think she can, and feels like she has to keep her distance and be cold and calculating. Especially, well, granted, she kind of does have to be, because she's being watched by, the guy she's trying to take down. But I do love how, I'm pretty sure in the original, the scene at the end of the game where she makes them turn the helicopter around isn't there. Actually, I feel like that might be in Assignment Ada. Not Assignment Ada. Maybe that, or one of the two Ada modes in it. I always found it weird that there was two different Ada modes. There was Assignment Ada, and then there was Separate Ways. And Separate Ways is really cool, and I like that. And I hope that they might add Separate Ways to this game, but I have a feeling they won't. Because I guarantee you there's at least a couple of cutscenes of the nature that were only in Separate Ways in this game. I'm pretty sure there is an earlier cutscene that I'm like, yeah, no, this was not a thing in the original. This is a Separate Ways cutscene. So I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a Separate Ways in this. But I like how they added mercenaries, and for free too, and it's fucking fun. But I don't think there's always going to be as many modes. There's ever going to be as many modes in this version of the game. Interesting. I just realized it turns night after this. After, like, that scene. I don't know if that was ever a thing before in the original game. But yeah, now it's night for this game. It's more like just about, like, I'd say probably, like, I don't know, 7 p.m. or so. Like, at least around this time of year in the Western Hemisphere. But, sun just setting.
You too, huh?
And we get to save the Pooch Dog. It's interesting, because the Pooch Dog is a lot earlier in the original version. I wonder why this is when you save him here. I wonder why they moved him. Maybe in order to really get that sense of isolation down before you encounter Pooch Dog? I don't know. I'm not sure why they moved the Pooch here, because he was originally among the swamps that you go through in, like, the immediate beginning of the game. So I'm not sure why that got changed. But you still encounter the dog before the giant fight, the first El Gigantes fight, which is still what needs to happen for the dog. So yeah, but yeah, I'm not going to be trying to get all the treasures. I just want to get through the video game, but faster and harder. And hey, like, I'll never be a completionist. I keep trying to be one and then realizing I really don't want to be. Just because, like, so many other people are, and I feel like I should be. I don't know. Gaming culture is full of a lot of, you should play a game this way. And if you're someone like me, that's hard to ignore, but the more that I work on ignoring it and get better at doing so, the more fun I have. So, anyway. Play the game how you want to is honestly how I feel about that, friends, no matter what topic you're... Elitism is just stupid, in my opinion. But anyway... Ooh. Fucking Atmo, look at this fucking sunset, look at how fucking beautiful it is. God damn, I love what they graphically did with this. I don't love that they keep putting those there right when I'm not on alert for them again. I swear to God, that is the literal design intention behind where they placed those. Anyway. Motherfucker, stop getting me. Anyway. Oh yeah, this was not in the original either. They did not explode the poor tower in the original game. I guarantee you won't. Oh yeah, this is also where, I don't know if Plaga wolves were a thing at this. I'm pretty sure the first time you encounter them in the original is on the path away from the church, where you have to get the key to enter the church first. But here, it's going through the village the second time. Is when you get wolfied again. Ah, they're fast. I mean, they've always been fast. But they feel even faster just because it's easier for them to move in more unpredictable ways, I feel like, because more modern video game. And because I'm not really used to how they work in this game yet, because they're not one of the more common enemies in the original there. I feel like there's less of them in this game, but don't quote me on that. But I feel like there are less Plagapooches in this game than the original for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to fighting them a little bit, because they're fast buggers. But this is addictive, though. Like, the original was, too. But I swear to God, the more I get used to this version, it's somehow even more addictive. Because it's somehow better in some ways, but I would still say that I wish that they kept some things in that they didn't. But I really do enjoy most of what they did with it. Okay, I probably need shotgun. How the hell am I supposed to fight them? I'm pretty sure 4 of them at once was not a thing in the original, or in my first playthrough, I mean. Plagapooches. I just really, yeah. In the original, you fought villagers here, didn't you? But I suppose it makes sense that you wouldn't here, if they all went to bingo or wherever they went. You will never know. Probably a church meeting or Sadler or something. I do wonder why, like, I guess Sadler made them always go to where the bell goes. I wonder what, maybe just like that's how he gathers them all. It's like he put that instinct in them or something. Again, I'm not sure why he has the control that he does. But it's like, I guess he has like some sort of like monarch plaga, kind of like a, you know, a queen insect of some kind, like a bee or an ant, right? I think he has something like that in him, which is, I think, why he can control the other plagas. That's what I've always thought. Either that or it's that staff he's got. It's something that controls them. I think that's definitely part of it, but I think also the plaga he has in him is the other part of it. I have no idea. I don't know if that's ever explained even in this game, but it explains a lot more than the original. Of, like, why Sadler can control them. But, the other plagas. But it is a thing. He does try to control you, and I like how they use the plaga as a plot device a lot better, the one in Ashley. They really actually use it as a plot device. I love it a lot, as much as it's an oof part. It makes a lot more sense than her just fucking off from the only person that's not trying to kill her or turn her into a zombie here. She does that because she's being controlled instead. I like that a lot. I got a treasure. But yeah, I got the wolfies. Feel good about it. Okay, I'm trying to remember where I go right now. Yeah, that way. And I remember you have to go inside a building and go through it in order to get under the rubble. I remember. I think it might be this one? Oh, wait, what? Whomston where? Well, I mean, whomst is villagers, but where? I don't see them right now. I'm really glad that I watched streams after I played the game the first time, because I don't remember if I ever realized in the original game that you could just... I'm really proud of how much better I am at melee, but I don't know if I ever really realized in the original game that you could just disarm those bombs. You didn't have to shoot them, which wasted a bullet and also could damage you. but I was so used to doing it that way. But someone told Nico B during his stream that he could do that. And then I was like, holy shit, you can do that. So I'm glad that I remember that, and I don't have to use bullets for that on a harder difficulty. That I need bullets, more bullets for, basically. Conserve more of my ammo for. Sure. And you can back up when zombies try to grab you. It's just, you have to back up longer, because they end up charging farther before they stagger. That was what I had to realize before I could do what I did in the original, because I was so used to how in the original you backed up, and you only had to back up a certain amount. You have to back up for longer here in order for that to be viable, but obviously I can avoid zombie grabs here by just backing up. It's just, oh yeah, there are still box snicks, but they're even more insidious than the original's box snicks, because there's less of them, but you expect them even less. LOL them sneaking the microtransactions in. Yeah! Like, hey, if you want the original treasures from the game, like, yes, there are enough treasures in the base game, but if you want more treasure, and a lot of the treasures that were in the original game, you're gonna have to pay money. What the fuck? Yeah. Capcom, everyone. Please stop. They won't, though. Probably. I hope they do realize how bad the PR is and that it's not worth the extra profit. Because I really don't think it is. I really don't, in my opinion. But I am not a giant company. I don't really know what all goes into that, but still. And then there's other things. Like, a lot of the DLCs are kind of stupid. And then I think you're right that there's literally some kind of microtransaction. Like, I think you can buy spinels, I think. Yeah. Like, yeah, they just added that in an update. Like, that's actually really that's more evil than I thought it was, because like they made you think they weren't doing microtransactions by not putting it in to start with. And then all the people bought the game because they weren't going to boycott it because they didn't have the microtransactions. Probably at least some people would have done that, and then they added them. I just realized how fucking evil that is. Oh my god. Capcom, please. You make good games, but stop being assholes. But unfortunately, because they know people will buy their games, they keep pushing their goddamn luck. Even more than Nintendo does. In fact, I'd say Nintendo hasn't pushed their luck a lot until recently with Switch. But anyway, it's a similar thing. These older companies that have beloved as fuck franchises, they know they can get away with a lot, and then they just try scummy shit.
A deal well struck.
I think I need several Vipers, but I'm not even gonna care about I thought I was gonna care about treasure more this playthrough. I forgot I was me. I love just getting through a game even faster next time. Why would I care?
Good as new.
Anyway. Yeah, I have 10,000. I can't not do this. Help. I really hate losing my knife, so yeah. I will start upgrading other stuff next time, though. I'll probably start upgrading gun power before I upgrade knife power. But still, I felt like I needed to max out my knife durability. There's also a special on the bolt thrower, but nah, I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna max out my knife durability, no matter what the fuck you offered me. Because I'm reckless. I'm gonna be reckless. I have accepted this, and thus, give me more knife durability, thank you. Where's my water? I might have to get up for a second if I did not take my water bottle into my room. I just realized my throat's getting dry and I need water to keep talking. So be I also need to pee real quick, so double BRB, but now. Ooh. But have returned, and before I get back to the game, I remembered while I was BRBing. Hey, Ovik, I just got back. Hello, and I have my face again. Hello, but yay. In fact, perfect timing. I literally sat down, unmuted my mic, and there you are. But I needed, and your message popped up. But I was telling a person on my YouTube something. NPC. I just remembered while I was pissing and getting water. Well, specifically while I was pissing, that I wanted to tell you that I plan to get my next VLR episode up this week. It's just I have needed to not edit for a week or two. Basically, I couldn't possibly edit. My brain was like, no. So hopefully I'll get back to schedule of that soon. But anyway. But yeah, back to video game. And hello, Vic. Glad to see you again, buddy. Playing the game on hardcore mode now, which is pretty close to professional in the original. But I'd say it's a little bit more forgiving, and I'd say that might be the perfect difficulty for me. I'm really liking it so far. And again, just trying out different stuff, you know, having fun. Also, I might take a break. I intend to take a break and have some fun playing Mercenaries later. Like, maybe after this next chapter, even. But I want to get some more stuff done first. Here's the choich.
I made it.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is a quest now, and it's a really easy peasy one. Where's that emblem? Okay, well, I'll deal with that once I've dealt with him and his friends. Also, I have a knife now. I think I can sneak up on him. Sneaky Durgan, Sneaky Durgan. Do. Stab! Fun. By the way, I think I need to adjust my mic. It looks like... Maybe it's because when I look at this monitor... No, yeah, it should be fine. Let me know if my camera angle is fine, friends, because when I look over here, I feel like it should be more sideways, but I keep forgetting that the reason that I look like this when I look over here to look at my chat and stuff is that I'm looking at my monitor, which is like at an angle, my second one, so... Game is on my monitor, my TV, basically, which is right in front of me, so... I think it's fine. Let me know if you want me to adjust the camera at all, but yeah. It's cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for understanding, but I just wanted to update you on... Because, like, I've been pretty consistent about my videos for a while, but I couldn't do it the last couple of weeks with this new job. But I'm getting back to being able to edit. I was able to edit a good chunk today. Plus, the last few episodes of VLR have been particularly problematic for me to edit because of a lot of reasons, which will be pretty evident, I think, when when I get to those. But there's like 2 or 3 episodes left, I feel like. And the last 2 are going to be a doozy because it's that last room, which I spent absolutely forever on. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway. Like, I was so confused. I spent 6, 7 hours on that room, I think. I'm not joking. Had to do that. It was so confusing. Okay. Okay. There's an emblem you need to shoot, and it's like the twin emblems, right? Where is it? I thought it was just like over here or something. Oh yeah, it was one of the. It was with these, right? Yes. Okay, yeah. There we go. What part are you in? I am right in front of the church this time. The first time. So we can't go in there yet. We have to go past it on those boardwalks to get the key for it first. Go... I think to the house... No, maybe not that yet, but... Yeah, this is the original, when we get through the graveyard and the church. Where we can't get in there yet. Thanks for getting Ashley part. Almost.
Church is sealed up.
This is where we have to
Nothing
go
to
get the
but they sure
key
do
to
have
get
the
in
place
here
locked up
first.
tight.
So we'll be able to go back here and do that very quickly.
One reason they'd want to do
Or not very quickly, but in a
Oh,
bit
she's
here.
That's for sure.
This is the first time you go to the church. And then you have to find the
Contact
key and go back. And then it's extricating Ashley. Boom. But yeah, I really love what they did with the church and the graveyard here. Everything's like overgrown. And it makes a lot of sense for this place. And also the sunset. The fucking sunset is so gorgeous. Jesus Christ, dude. I love this remake. Okay. The original will always have its own charm, and I will go back to that and love it. In fact, I will go back to that on stream at some point, like this year probably, as like kind of like a fun point of comparison thing, pros and cons of each, I guess, just because. And also to enjoy that version of the game again. Because I certainly miss aspects of it. But man, there's a lot of good stuff they did with this remake. Wait, what's this? Wait, what? Have I ever noticed this ladder? This seems like a secret here. I don't think I ever really noticed this ladder, or this flash grenade, in this case. Oh, that's nice. That will be very nice. Because we're going to start having to deal with Plagas not too far in the future now. The cube room? That room was insane. Yeah, it fucking was, though, dude. Like, god damn. Like, you have to solve the walls, and then you have to do harder versions of, like, every other puzzle in the game. Like, it makes sense as, like, a final boss kind of thing, but god damn. It destroyed my brain. I don't remember why I can't go there yet. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to go in this little church side room first. I forget about that, because that is not how it works in the original. In the original, there's no way you can get inside the church until you go down that path. So I've gotten confused for the second time about that now, but for less time, I think. Yeah, the key will be held in the cave. That's how you get the hint. Oh, hold on, wait, whoops. Okay, good. I don't automatically jump down. There is a nice, convenient typewriter here. Thanks, game. I don't know why I ended up switching. I ended up switching to my shotgun because I accidentally pressed 2 as well. Whee! By the way, I would recommend keyboard and mouse if you play the remake, not the original. The original was far too controller reliant. Like, controller reliant sounds like the wrong word. Oh, that's right. The way you get out here is through this door, not that door. This little secret exit. I like that. Another interesting change. But I would say that they really did keyboard and mouse controls way better in this. To the point where I definitely prefer them, like I would in most other shootery games, just because of mouse accuracy. Okay, I was far too close. Am I dead? Okay, no. Whoops. Oh, never mind. I do have a first aid spray. I thought I did. Much better at parrying more of the time. I swear to God, every time I say that, the next parry I do, in the middle of when I say that, is always when I miss. But I know that's why. I know why that is, and it's not necessarily because of I'm jinxing myself. It's because I still have an issue with the timing there where I parry, and I think I can go ham, but I can't really, because they're almost always going to immediately attack again, whenever they're not staggered anymore. So, I end up fucking myself a little bit there. And that's when I tend to say that, and it is true, generally. One of these days I'll get a Viper. They're a little harder to get in this game, but they are easier to shoot when they're on the ground. I like that. I'm yellow again. We'll just go ahead and use the screen arrow. I think when I have 3 Vipers, I think, I'll be able to get a Spinel from merch, but I'm not going to try to get all the treasures. I just want to play the game, I've realized. I'm going to stop trying to be... I'm going to stop, like, trying to expect myself to be a completionist ever. Because I don't want to be. I've started to realize this. But I keep thinking, okay, the next step up is doing a stream where I do 100%. I don't do that. I can't want to. I just want to get through the game, like, even faster each time because I know more about the game. So I've started to realize I will never be a completionist. And then the first time through, I want to experience the whole game in every way except for, just, like, gameplay challenges, so I will never complete everything. Story characters, graphics, worlds, the experience and feels of gameplay, you know. I just want to experience all of that and keep getting more doses of it, so I don't want to be a completionist. That's just me. You're streaming till Helen. Hate to hit you with bad news, but GF I talked about, she passed away. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Hold on. Oh, there's been a lot of messages. Are you in? Lake Monster fight happens in this version. Yes, the Lake Monster fight is the same, actually, pretty much. I don't think you were there for that, but yeah, we're gonna be getting there pretty quickly. You're right. But I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, NPC. That sucks a lot of dick. Really sorry, man. You're going to a funeral in the Netherlands. Don't worry so much about these uploads, as I may not get to them till later. All right, man. Hey, I hope you do. I hope you're doing better soon. I'm hoping this stream is helping you get your mind off that, because oh my god, and I'm sorry, but yeah, just getting them when you can. I thank you for even thinking about me dealing with that shit. Like, Jesus, dude. But, yes, I really wish you the best. That sucks. Losing people sucks. I get that. I definitely lost a few. The birthday today. Oh, hey! Happy birthday, man. At least that's a good thing you can think about. At least I hope so. Although, I imagine having a birthday without your GF there probably sucks a lot. But I hope you can take some solace in it being your birthday and watching a stream, because streams are awesome. But yeah, but happy birthday, man.
Not bad, right?
Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man, and I guess I don't really need to say anything else, but again, I just hope that I'm helping you deal with that. That'd be great if I was doing
Good luck finding someone big enough to use this thing.
that. You'll be alright, bud. Oh god. Hold on. I wasn't able to flash grenade that one. Yes, give me loot. Feels good, man. Oh my god, there's an achievement for it. Of course there is. I love it. Because that's one of those iconic things about the first game. Thanks, man. Didn't want to be a downer, but I did talk about it, so I thought I should say. I'm getting by. I'm glad you're not doing absolutely horrible, because I imagine you wouldn't be watching a stream if you were. So I'm glad to know that. And hey, thank you for telling me, dude, because I get it. I do get it, considering you did talk about her, and I'm glad to hopefully just, be someone to listen, and maybe that'll help too, so. No worries about talking about it. I get it, man. I never feel like, like, I know there's a lot of streamers that would rather keep things all happy and stuff, but that's not life, so it's not healthy to do that, even in your entertainment, in my opinion, so, yeah. Don't worry about bringing stuff up like that. If anything's going shitty in your life, I'd rather listen to my viewers and be that person to help them than, just have them keep it inside, which is not healthy, just because they don't want to bring things down, so honestly, thank you for being that kind of person, because that's the kind of people I want in my stream. People that are open and people that, are genuine people and not dickheads, so, yeah. Anyway. Love gaming, so don't let me get you down. Have fun. I am having fun, don't worry. You didn't bring me down very much. In fact, I'll be honest, I'm so used to dealing with death in my family and dealing with... A lot of people tend to come to me for that sort of thing. So it's kind of weird to say this, but I'm kind of used to pain so much to the point where it doesn't really bother me very much, and that's kind of sad to think about, but it's true, and it's not really a bad thing. In fact, you could say it's a very good thing. So don't worry, it's not really that bad for me. But again, I just hope you continue doing better. That would be the best outcome.
There are enough weapons here to get a party going.
Yeah, considering I'm an open person, I open up a lot about myself on my videos because I've found that having a place to do that is really valuable. I honestly have had, like, I really want my channel to be where people can open up to me. So I'm actually really glad to be able to talk, to be able to talk to you about stuff like that, like, on my stream, because, like, most people treat streams as places where none of the problems of the world exist, but unfortunately, they do exist, and ignoring them is not. So, I think it's better for streaming to not be this environment where you shouldn't talk about depressing things. My opinion. But yeah. So basically, it's all good, man. I'm glad that I could be an ear about it, and I'm glad I can help you hopefully not think about it all too much, especially because I'm shutting up about it now. But yeah. So, what damage? I don't remember right now. And by the way, don't take me, like, immediately just having fun with the game again as, like, me not caring much about what I said, because about what you said, because, like I said, I'm almost desensitized to stuff like this. Because I help a lot of friends in the same way, so, I don't know, man. All good. But yeah, I'm not sure what the... It does. Thank you for, reminding us what the vibe should be here. Cool. You need all the focus you can get. Yeah, that's the thing is that, yeah, that's the thing with streaming is that, it takes a lot of your attention and time, and that's the thing is that a lot of people on streams kind of get offended when the streamer doesn't talk to them, and I kind of used to be like that. I kind of used to get kind of like, you know how when people, constantly try to get the streamer's attention and seem upset when they don't. Like, you need to realize that they're probably not ignoring you, because they have to pay attention to a lot of things at once. First of all, commentating by itself and playing a game is a lot harder than it seems when you start doing it, I promise you. Secondly, streamers also have to worry about everything else that goes along with the stream. So, and that is more to think about on top of trying to be entertaining and play a game not horribly, which is difficult. You know what? I'm gonna wait to do any of the shooting range until I get Ashley, because I heard that Ashley cheers for you when you do the merchants shooting ranges with her around. So I love that idea and I need to see that. That'll be very cute. But yeah. Time for... Oh yeah, this is Del Lago time right here. Oh, that's right. I need the fuel, and I forget where it is right now. Yeah, these. I'll put that in there, and I know I need one more, I think. I need just one more. No, I think you need two more. I don't remember if it's one or two more. I think you actually need all... Yeah, I think you need all of them, and then you just switch them around. I thought it worked like some other puzzles, like one that was in the original game, where, like, there was one more space than, like, the pieces fit into, and so you swapped them around, and the puzzle was figuring out how to move them around each other to get them to where they need to be. I remember that was what the Ashley puzzle was. During her section in the original game, but that puzzle is kind of similar, but you just swap the pieces around. Like, I imagine, like, in lore, like, in the game, Leon is taking them out and putting them back in. That's not how that original one works, so I always keep thinking I need one less than I do there. Pretty sure you need all of those slots to be filled. Wait, is this another whole village? Wait. Oh, yeah. It tells you where they are. I think. Hold on, so... What are these objectives called? If you mouse over them. Sub-objective... Oh, well, they're just called sub-objectives. Okay, there's the boat fuel. Okay, yeah. I think the sub-objectives are for the... Oh, yeah! This... Okay. That's right. In order to get the boat fuel, you go through the remake version of the swamp area. Hi, buddy. This area with all these docks. I'm pretty good at the muscle memory for that, but did I just die? No, okay. Yeah, everything does more damage, because higher difficulty. Imagine. Oh, I was about to say, unfortunately, I don't have healing items, but I missed an entire full mix's worth of herbs for a second. That's funny. I'm very proud of how much easier it is to evade now, because for most of my first playthrough, I did not remember evading. Oh, jeez. I was usually always trying to parry when I would be needing to evade, but not anymore. But it's still very tricky. I think I'm gonna need a nade here to survive. Hopefully. Oh god! Nope, I'm dead. Because I was not ready to evade there. It's still very tight timing. It's kind of like this game's version, the remake's version of the... You know, yeah, that's what I've heard. The stuff, the evading, and in a way the parrying, it's kind of like what replaced a lot of the quick time event stuff that was everywhere. Because, like, first of all, evading and parrying tends to be a big thing in boss fights a lot of time. which is, where a lot of the quick time events were. But also, like, stuff like this, where he's swinging his hammer. It's an attack that you always have to press a button at the right time, like a quick time event. So, okay, when he does the double swing, he's gonna try to slam it really hard on you. And that hurts a lot, as you might imagine. I'm starting to get more of the patterns down. That's part of what makes these games, I've found, really addictive to replay. Because you keep learning more small tools about how to play the game better. Really like. Okay, no, that's not a double. Oh, it was a double, but I think the next thing he is going to try to do is slam it in me. Yes. And if you're paying enough attention, he's slow enough that it's pretty easy to avoid. But you've got to be anticipating. Okay, I was going to try to evade, but what I needed to do there was parry. Am I dead again? Fortunately, no, but unfortunately, I might be, especially if, like, she or he gets me, but I'm really, okay, I was really too adamant about getting out of the fucking water and up on the dock to where I didn't even use my healing item. I don't know why, in retrospect. I don't. Okay. I agree. That's this whole situation for me right now. But yeah, I'm not gonna stay in the water this time. That feels like a little bit of a recipe for getting pwned here. Because you don't have a lot of space there where I feel like... The boardwalks, there's a lot of ways to go. Oh, yeah, also, there are medallions here, I need to remember. Okay, so he always does a double, and then I think the next thing he always does next is... Yep. No, sometimes... But yeah, the wind-ups are so big that you're gonna be able to know. Oh. Right here. Trying to get, like, in between, like, everything and me, and use my shotgun. That's very difficult here, when in order to do so, I have to go past that. Again, I keep doing that. I think especially those pickaxe people. I can't just run past them like basically everyone else. I'm starting to realize this now. Keep panicking and trying to get... You know what I should do, though? I should just start using shotgun to start... Okay, let me just try that. Also, question. I have enough for one more... And I also have a good chunk of handgun ammo, so you know what? I'm gonna make some more shotgun shit. I just use a lot of shotgun here, because there's a lot of close quarters, and a lot of enemies packed in those close quarters. And thus, I think, just shotgunning my way through everything is gonna be a lot easier. That also, and it does a lot of damage to him. It staggers him. You know what, I just used 4, but I have 11 left. That's pretty good. Actually, 12, including the one inside. And then, that didn't get him. He was too far away because he moves so far forward when he does that. Yeah, I'm just gonna shotgun him to death and then worry about everyone else. I'm glad I started to use the shotgun, because, yeah, more powerful weapon. Ouchies. Not dead. Still have the mix. But yeah, staying in the water seems actually the best bet, because it's so close quarters up there. There is a little bit more room to move down here. But what I was trying to do is move past them to get to a point where they're all, they're all in, like, in one direction relative to me. But, well, they're that here. Because I kept getting pwned in the water. I think I needed to not be in the water. But no, like, it's harder to be up on close. I think I killed him finally. And yeah, shotgun is still... yeah, this is like a shotgun-heavy section right here. This is like, you kind of are meant to use it here, it feels like. Okay, I have 6 more, but I have to reload it. Considering there's not a whole lot left, though, I'm gonna start using my more plentiful... handgun ammo. God, I love those kicks. Those are so fun. Okay, yeah, he's doing that thing. She's doing that thing, but considering they're not plagas, they move pretty slowly. As long as you just keep shooting them And, well, the dangerous part about them, though, is they lunge at you like that, and I did not have enough space to back away. Now I do, though, and I'm constantly moving backwards, so she's not gonna get me. Yes. Actually, she might have, possibly, if I didn't kill her, but I did, so... Boom! 10 of 29. I wanted to shoot that right now, but nah, I'll do that when I don't have to worry about enemies at all. Oh, jeez. I tried to press F to parry. Don't ask why, I don't know. Maybe because that's the melee button. No, the melee button is the same. It's actually, no. Is F parry? I forget right now. Oh, Jesus. Is it parry or spacebar? Why did I forget? No, it is spacebar. I thought so. Anyway. It might be because, you know, it's a kind of melee attack, a parry, right? I don't know. And obviously melee is F. Anyway. I think getting both knees is generally what does that. I think that's why oftentimes I'm like, why does not the first knee do it? Like, I think it's because you're at least supposed to shoot one knee twice. I think that does work for some reason. But maybe the point is you get both knees. Okay. Fortunately, no healing. But what I do have is a nade, but if I'm not careful, I will kill myself with said nade. But that's pretty far away. Oh, wait, what? Hello? Why? Okay, I have to use right-click first to aim. I'm forgetting controls all the goddamn sudden. I don't know why. I haven't been doing that. But okay, then. Not do that this time. Ow. I love how that's kind of jump scary there. I kind of like now that I've passed a lot of the startlement of that, it's just kind of funny that he thinks he's gonna walk across those boards, and generally there wasn't a whole lot of falling in the first game, but they utilized that pretty well here, and it makes sense. This place always looked very old and not well kept at all, and a lot of that isn't shining through, and like a lot of those boardwalks should be about that unsafe, right? So it makes a lot of sense, and also it makes for that horror atmosphere better, because, you know, you keep falling at certain points all of a sudden. Yeah, he was gonna... Yeah, unfortunately, if they're grabbing you like that, you have no choice but to take those hammer swings. Ouchie. The grabbing usually isn't very deadly as long as you are ready to mash that F button, which you should be. You do have a second to get ready to do it. But, in situations like this, it's very deadly for them to grab you like that. Okay, yeah, this is prime shotgun time, so... And they do not plaga yet, so... They do the half plaga thing sometimes, which can be a little dangerous, because they can grab you, but they don't do the full one. Oh, I thought I was going to get both of them, but I guess I keep overestimating the spread of this thing. I do feel like I have done that a lot in my first playthrough. Bam! God, this game's fun. I really love what they did with the combat, man. It's so good. I know I say that a lot, but it's because it's that good. It just keeps feeling even better the more I get used to it. So, like, yeah, it's good. Anyway. Fortunately, yeah, no Healy. But I think I'm through all the enemies? Feels good, man. Yeah, I think I did it. No, maybe not. I'm pretty sure there's dudes that appear over there. We'll see. I think I just got a healing item, thankfully. Yes, I got a herb. I do keep running out of stuff, but it's not making me die over and over and over. So I don't really care. I'm still just gonna be as reckless and as healing item happy as I've been, thank you. That's why I probably won't end up playing Pro on stream, because it's gonna drive me nuts. But I want to beat it at some point. I'm better at those headshots now, yeah. I see why people use it so liberally. I think it's a little easier to actually get down than the knees, actually. So, you know, until plagas are a problem, which they are not for a while, they aren't going to appear until after that first one does. It works the same way in this game, so... But yeah, okay, there is another wave that appears here. But I'm pretty sure that first wave is the most deadly. I'm just gonna get rid of his torch. I thought I did, but... Yeah, I did. I thought I did. Oh god! I'm not dead. I thought I was gonna be. Okay, that is a healing herb. Give me that shit. I think I'm about to be shot, though. Yeah, but that didn't do a lot of damage. Less than I thought it would. You, no. Denied. I think I might survive this time. I hope I didn't jinx myself. But I'm definitely doing better. I am doing better, but I swear to God I do jinx myself almost every time I say something like that. At least in the sense of I get hit pretty much whenever I say that. It's kind of funny. This game is crack cocaine, dude. It's so good. I mean, it's true, the original, but again, you know, they really were faithful enough that it feels like RE4. At least in the same way that it's fun. It's just almost better, but I would say more different. Like, overall, I would say this game really does still feel like RE4. It takes a while to get used to, but it really does. It's like, yeah, this really is RE4 again. And it is compelling in its own ways. But I'd say the original will still be compelling in its own ways forever. This game never can change that. But, yeah, it's just a good remake. In fact, I kind of want to maybe do some sort of, I don't know, challenge run or something of the original game on the channel. For, like, my, I guess, comparison stream, but I don't know what exactly I'd do. Maybe not, maybe, let's be honest, stuff like challenge runs, I'm more about vibing through a game, enjoying it, and not stressing myself out with hard challenges. This difficulty is about just right for me. But, yeah, I realized when I tried to do pro that that's a little much for me, at least for now. But maybe, again, in the future, I'd like to do that. Maybe off-screen. You know what I might do? I might do a series of it, where I can edit out a lot of my doofusing. Just keep in the funniest ones, maybe? Or at least the first few attempts. Yeah, I think I'll just do a straight-up, just, like, let's play of that, so that I can edit out a lot of the repetitiveness and nerd rage. Because I don't think that's very funny. A lot of people do, but I don't. Just seeing someone get constantly angry at a game is not entertaining to me. But anyway. Like, a little bit of that can be fucking hilarious, but, like, those many streamers that seem to make a living out of doing that all day, first of all, they must have horrible, like, mental and physical repercussions for that, because they're literally inviting stress upon themselves. Anyway. Also, I just find it more grating than funny. That's just me. Like, I know that there's this guy named... I forget what his name is. It's like Wings of Freedom or something. But I forget what his name is exactly. But, he scares me because he's a guy that... Like, I don't know if he's even around anymore, if he even streams Call of Duty anymore. But I know that he used to stream Call of Duty. Rings of Redemption, I think it was his name. I know he used to stream Call of Duty, and in an interview, he said he doesn't even like video games. If he wasn't able to stream, he would never play video games. And he's just the most miserable fuck, and all his content consists of is him hating games and screaming at them and absolutely raging and breaking shit. I can't watch that. That's just negative. Anyway, like again, I'm all about loving whatever you're playing, so I just do content of things that I enjoy, or things along the lines of what I enjoy is blind stuff. It's just what I do. And that's a lot more fun to me than someone suffering constantly. Little bit's funny. A lot of it is just not... It just drags you down in my opinion, but anyway. Boom! Oh, here we go. Pretty sure that is the last one I need, but there might be another. I don't remember right now. But yeah, so time for these, because I think I'm through at least most of the enemies. I think I'm finally through this area as far as fighting. So let's make sure I've looted everything, and I'm getting back. Actually, wait, no. We still need the gun, the fuel. I don't think we got the fuel yet. I understand how that can deter. Well, I really stream rage. It's not really... Yeah, it really isn't. If, like, literally, like, I'll confess, the main reason that I was like, nah, about that stream last week was because I realized it would devolve into that if I kept doing that. So, yeah, that's why I turned down the difficulty. It's more fun. So, there we go. I'm sticking with it. But yeah. But it's still harder than the first time, so it's still, you get to see me tackle a harder challenge. So there you go. It's compromise. But again, I was not expecting Pro to be that brutal, because it's not like that in RE4. In RE4, you can still be a little bit loose cannon-y in the original. In this game, it literally just turns it into, like, an RE1 style, like, original RE1 and RE2 and RE3 style survival game. Is what it felt like. And that's not what people love 4 for so much in particular. But, that's just me, though. There we go.
This is what I'm talking about.
Because, like, I know for a fact that those older survival horror games, you cannot kill everything. It's not designed for you to do that. But I've always been one of those people, so... Guess which Resident Evil game I got into? People that want to kill everything, I mean. Okay, I think 3 is the Vipers I needed. Also, I know you do content. I just realized in PC, I've poked around your channel, but I haven't, like, watched a lot of the stuff you did, but that's mostly because so far you've been playing a lot of games that, at least, like, recently, I haven't really looked back at a lot of your channel, but at least recently, from what I last looked, like, I remember last time you looked, you were playing AI Somnium Files 2, whatever that's called again, Nirvana Initiative, I think, which I certainly am very far away from playing that game. I've got to beat DTD, and then, well, and we'll finish editing VLR first. Finish ZTD, which I haven't started yet, because I will start that after I'm done editing VLR, and then I need to play on Somnium Files 1 to get to it, so I'll probably start poking around your channel whenever I've got to that point, but actually I might do so beforehand. But yeah, I would like to watch more of your content, because you're a cool person, and I bet your content's cool. But yeah, I haven't actually ended up poking around your channel much yet. One of these days, though. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, treasure. There's a treasure, like, right here. There's a treasure afoot. Where is it? There it is. Speaking of things being afoot, this is a random thought, but one of these days I'd like to do Phoenix Wright, because, well, it's around the vein of these... of the kinds of games that Danganronpa all those years ago started a hunger for in my brain, and that's why I'm loving the Zero Escape series so much right now. And now I just realized that I need games in that vein. That and Nocia really solidified my love of that kind of game. And probably horror-y stuff in general, actually. Because it has... I used to be such a pussy about it. But now I actually love it. Which is why I'm loving this game so much. Because it is much more horrifying. But I actually love it now. I crave it. It's weird. I used to be so... like, nah, I'll never play a horror game. I used to be one of those people. I'm not kidding. That was obviously far before I started my channel, though. Well, for reals, anyway. I started a couple of other YouTube channels. Wait, don't worry about that. How most of my uploads is scheduled stuff going up till June as of this post. Oh, okay. Just gameplay archives and some AMV skits. Oh, AMV skits! That's pretty cool. Obviously, at this point, I'm just a gameplay person, but I'd like to at least do some scripted videos talking about games. It's just that's even more editing, and whenever I even think about even more editing, my brain goes, ah! But one of these days, I would like to tackle, you know, one of those projects where someone pours their heart out about their favorite game. Honestly, I would like to make a video about why Nocia is fucking amazing and more people should play it, because it is. But it's gonna be a lot of editing, and I'm just dreading that. But one of these days, I want to get to it. And I don't want to be one of those people that, like... Maybe I'm overthinking this, and I might still do it one day. But I do not want to be one of those creators that outsources their editing. Because, I don't know, I'd rather be able to edit my own content. At least right now. But I certainly see why a lot of people end up doing that. It's a lot of work and it gets tedious. But I like editing generally. I do. It's part of the reason, but also I like to have control over what exactly my content is going to be like. And granted, you can just tell an editor, hey, do blah blah blah, but you know. And also I know that like Nico B's videos turn out the ways they do because he lets Sai, his editor, have a lot of creative freedom, or a little bit of it. But still, like, you know. Wait, hold on. I've been through here. I just need to go back now. Yeah, Nocia is beautiful. It really is. It's so... I was blown away by that game the more I played it. I think what deters a lot of people from it, though, is I will give it that it is very repetitive. And a lot of people wouldn't want to sit through how repetitive it's frankly going to have to be, in my experience, in order to get everything. However, with that one small caveat aside, I would say... that game is so good, and that I feel like it had the potential to be one of these viral Danganronpa-like games that are coming out now, like by the fucking dozen, that I'm loving. But, like, for example, Paranormacite, very much in that vein. I'm gonna be doing a playthrough of that. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. In fact, I think you were here when I was gonna start playing it on stream and then decided I wanted to do a Let's Play of it instead. But I'll probably start recording that tonight after this stream, actually. I'm very excited to do that. Because now I'm starting to finally get the energy to be able to just do more content on my weekends and not just lay around. So I'm definitely taking the advantage of that. Especially now that I can invest financially in my content. So, for example, I got a new capture card that is crisper. It has better video, and the old one started to have some audio issues that this one doesn't have, so. Also, I'm gonna start commissioning, probably stuff like thumbnails, maybe eventually, but definitely to start with, you know, stream background stuff, alerts, eventually emotes and stuff, as well as, stuff from my YouTube channel, like probably a new profile picture of, like, you know, the same Blue Durgan, but, like, maybe, like, a more cute chibi version of him with, like, a, with, like, you know, a controller and, like, a focused look on his face, or, like, kind of a silly focused look on his face, like, with his tongue out or something. I was thinking of something like that. So, like, you know, some art and stuff for my page. I'll start looking into commissioning some of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm excited to make more stuff, is all I'm saying. It actually uses the repetition to its advantage. Yeah, I would say that. But I think a lot of people wouldn't get past the fact that it's repetitive. Unfortunately. I've heard that already from some people. But yeah. Like, in reviews and stuff like that, you know? And I do get it, but yes, I think you're right about that. But a lot of people don't play it long enough to understand, like, why the repetitiveness is there, and that it serves a narrative purpose. And that's a huge thing about why I love Nocia so much. It it tells a story in a really unique way that's so fucking effective. And it uses, like, every element of the gameplay for the story, and that shit always fucking blows my mind. I feel like Nocia should be way more popular than it is, because it's another very Danganronpa-esque game, but it's just very under the radar. I really want Nico B to play it. He would love it. Because I'm sure you're aware of who Nico B is. He is very well known for the exact kind of game Nocia is. But he hasn't played Nocia yet. In fact, on one of his streams, I'm gonna say, hey, please play Nocia one of these days. Please, please, please. I will definitely tell him that. That's Saturdays when he should be live. I'll try to get online and message him there, but I'll be working and then dead when I get home. But, yeah. I bet it'd probably be a game he'd just stream, but I really hope he does play Nocia one of these days. He would love it.
Think you can swallow me whole, huh?
Oh god. I don't even know if I've ever had him jump at me like that before. I swear to god that may not have ever happened before. Nico? I don't think I know. Oh my god, dude, you would love him because he mostly plays the kind of game that you really like me play. Hold on. I'm just gonna quickly drop a link in the stream. Holy shit, I can't believe you're a huge fan of 999 and stuff and don't know. I actually can't. Because that's what he's for. Let me grab his channel for you. There we go. Oh yeah, hold on. I also have to go to my actual stream page in order to even put it in the chat, but here. Because, like, I think it's Danganronpa. When I started looking for Danganronpa stuff, I found him immediately. Anyway. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm going to my live page and then just clicking on stream, muting it so that I don't get weird double audio, and there you go. Enjoy, because if you need anything to distract yourself from things, and I'm sure you do, then he'll do for a while, because he has a whole series playthrough of, he has a whole series playthrough of, let's see, of Zero Escape. I had to think for a second. He has a whole series playthrough of Danganronpa. He's playing Paranormsite right now. He's done Resident Evil 4. He's done a whole lot of games. He's mostly known for big JRPG franchises like Persona, and like I said, also stuff like Danganronpa. His whole Danganronpa series is actually, I think, one of my big inspirations to, like, do my channel. Like, I'm not joking. And, like, his other stuff. He has a lot of stuff, too. Of a lot of games. And he's been doing it for 10 years. And he's also, like, a full-time dude, so he just keeps putting more content in all the time. Every day. Pretty much. Well, not every day. 5 days a week, and then he does a stream on Saturday, but I think you'd really love him. He's funny as hell. And, again, he does games that I know are up your alley. Ow.
Where'd you go?
There we go. I really love the Delago fight here, because it's about the same. But again, they just use the presentation to make it amazing. That's the times I think this game shines the most, other than the times where it makes changes that are fucking amazing, like all the lore stuff that's better, I'd say. But I love these parts where it's about the same boss fight, but they just use the presentation to make it amazing. I remember two distinct moments where that's really definitely did it for me, which was this fight right here, Delago, and then also the right hand later. About the same boss fight, but they use the game's presentation to really make it shine even more. I'd like to not miss that so much. Okay, yeah, you need to move aside when he does that. Makes sense. It's like when things are in your way in general. Because he leaps right at your boat, so you need to go sideways. I get that now. I don't know if he ever did that before, but probably. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to harpoon him when he's in the air like that. I'm not sure if it's possible. I'm sure that would have killed my boat if I... And I guess me. Did I do it? I think I... No, he's doing that thing. Thank you, Reckon and sub. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, I think you might like him a lot. I hope so. I certainly do. And I think I take some ideas from him. I don't know if I do. I'm sure I subconsciously do. I watch the shit out of the man. I must. So I think you'll like him. But anyway, if you like my ass, if you don't like Nico B, I'll be surprised. I'm glad to show people him because obviously he has enough followers to make a living, pretty much barely, but he hasn't been getting a lot of new people for years. So I'm really glad to be able to show someone else him to possibly support him because I think he deserves it. Because again, he's basically had the same fan base for a while, with the people trickling in. I'm one of the people that trickled in, but there's not a lot of them from what I've found, unfortunately. Because again, the people that are really popular these days are not content I agree with. So I support people like Nico B still. Okay, I've been through this cutscene this time, so let's just skippity-doo-dah. Stabbing with infinite harpoons, because video games. And actually dodging shit this time, and then I won't die, hopefully. Okay, that was a lot of good harpoon strikes. So this is already going better. Okay, got one just when I had the time there. I don't know why I keep throwing whenever I know I wouldn't be. I don't think I'm trying to throw there, but I just keep... I swear to God, the harpoons are weird to where it keeps throwing an extra one you don't need to. But I'm not sure how I'm doing that. I think it is me somehow. I think I'm clicking an extra time, but I'm not, like, intending to? It's weird. Yeah, I think when he does this, yeah, he circles around, and then you need to do the thing where you throw it into his mouth so that you can make him stagger instead of actually biting a chunk out of the boat. Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to move aside when he does that. You have a very small window to do it, and I keep wanting to stab him when he's doing that. Then I'm gonna move aside here. There we go. Now that I'm getting how the boat controls work in this one, I think they really did clean up this fight, but it works about the same way. Okay, there we go. I think you need to move the boat in almost any direction. Just don't stay still when he's doing the leap. And then you move out of the way of his trajectory. Because yeah, he's basically falling onto one specific spot in the lake. So I guess it does make sense that no matter what direction you move, it seems like you can always dodge that. Because I was basically moving towards him there and it worked. Didn't mean to, but now I know that that doesn't seem to matter. Cool. I was doing that thing again. But you actually have more forewarning here. It's a lot easier to see where he's coming from. Can I still stab him from here? Yes, I can. You just gotta aim it right.
Where'd you go?
I don't think that was the thing before, but now I know. I think you've just gotta get one in his mouth, and then you get the no damage. Or the less damage. I'm still not quite sure how that works. Yeah, you always move at least a little bit, and then fine. I think, when he does the leap.
Tough son of a bitch.
Yeah! He's a boss, though. He's your first boss, effectively, so of course he is. Please die, sir. Again, hardcore, so health is much beefier. Was expecting that. Am I dead? Question. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I can't even open my inventory. Unlike in the original game, you cannot heal yourself during this fight. I'm pretty sure in the original you could heal yourself during the fight. I don't think you can do that here. Man. I don't think you can hit him there, but maybe if I aimed a little higher I would have? I'm not sure if you can hit him while he's leaping like that. But I'm still trying just because I want to see. Because I think there are at least a few more places you can hit him here. Or at least that it's a little bit more obvious that you can hit him than the original game. I don't think you can hit him when he's doing... I don't know, man. I think... Oh, no, I definitely heard the sound effect. Yeah, it looks like you can basically hit him whenever it even looks like you might be able to. Oh, I think because it was already so low health, yeah. I wasn't able to finish that quick time event. But yeah, and I got something to watch after the stream's over, because I'm probably not going to go super ultra longer. I intend to stop at midnight at the absolute latest. We still got some ways for that. I probably will stop earlier than that, though. More like 10 or 11. I think maybe even more like... You know what? I might actually stop after this chapter. Because I am getting a little bit... tired. I think I would have killed him earlier if I was less tired. Don't quote me on that, though. Clicky. Yeah, I know that there's a chapter end right after this. I think that's still how that works. I think I might go ahead and end the stream after that. And I'll just keep going with this hardcore playthrough. I might, honestly... I don't know what the hell I will stream otherwise, but I would kind of like more variety in games I play on the weekends. So... I very well may do the Resident Evil stream on Wednesday, until that's done. But on Thursday, my other weekend day, I might do a different game. I'll debate that, and if I might just keep playing it this week, but I might, if I really am like, oh my god, I can play whatever, and, you know, it's just gonna be whatever I want to play, and if you want to join that, you can. If you don't, it's all good. But yeah, I think Thursdays, I might just do a different game to keep variety going. But yeah, I do definitely want to finish a hardcore playthrough. And probably play a good bit of Mercenaries as well. I guess I'm not going to play Mercenaries in the middle of my story gameplay, and I shouldn't have expected me, of all people, to do that. But I probably will end up playing, like, a stream of trying to get good at Mercenaries. After I'm done with this hardcore playthrough, and then that's my Resident Evil. For remake content for the moment. I might do some more, especially because I love this game. But, I'll certainly play it more, but as far as more content, I don't know. I decided to stream it rather than doing a normal-ass Let's Play, so probably not going to do that, but we'll see. I still am really debating... I really would like to do that Nocia video that I said, a scripted video where I talk about how amazing Nocia is, and why more people should play it, basically. Just talk about all the really cool like mysteries in the game and all the really cool things that are affected by all sorts of variables and all the really amazing shit in that game. Like, it's just like the really interesting like lore and philosophy behind that game. There's so much interesting shit in it. And you can just keep thinking about it forever, and it's like the game can keep making more sense just because you're thinking about it more. There's like so much cryptic stuff there. It can be interpreted in so many different ways. I love that, honestly. And yeah, I love the characters as well. Especially because, like, the way that they develop characters in that game is honestly fucking genius to me. Especially because it shows the characters in very different situations. Like, it shows so many more sides of them than I think you'd see of most characters, especially in these kinds of Japanese games. Because, like, you see them as a normal person, you see them as a Nocia, you see them as an AC follower, and it shows different sides of themselves. It's really interesting. You see them as bugs. It's really cool. I love that part of the game so much. There's so much really cool shit about Nocia, dude. Anyway,
Tough son of a bitch.
back to murdering Fishboy with less rambling, hopefully. Because I just want to do it now. Yeah, you can get him while he's leaping, but it's kind of hard, I found. There we go, I got him. Pretty sure that's the cutscene that ends it. And I'm pretty sure you don't have to have any kind of, like, quick time event here. Because, yeah, like, the rope thing from the original game that happens here is the quick time event. So that's why that's not a thing here. They took those out. Which, I don't know if I like that. I do feel bad when I still fail those quick time events these days, but I never found them annoying or anything. I do like a lot how he, like, it makes more sense what happens here. He collapses on the boat, and I think he still wakes up on the boat. He doesn't somehow get, like, kidnapped again, and then just left there again by himself without even being restrained with all his stuff. Pretty sure he literally just wakes up on the boat. I did say I'd end the stream at chapter end, though. So I think, frankly, I'm gonna do that. So I hope you all have good ones. Again, these streams are gonna be shorter now. I'm probably gonna start them more at like 6 o'clock in general. And my usual cutoff point is gonna be at midnight, but I'll probably end it beforehand, at least a lot of the time. But yeah. So that's gonna be the stream schedule, and that's gonna be Wednesdays, Thursdays still. As far as like other streams, I might start streaming because I have morning time. A lot of my mornings, because I work in my afternoons and into my evenings. So I might consider morning streams, but I don't know what day of the week it's going to be. I'm probably going to stick with one for now. So I'm working on figuring that out. But in the meantime, friends, I'll see you next time. I intend to get YouTube content up and running again soon. And hopefully more than one video a week at some point. But that's hard for me. But anyway, friends, have good ones, and I'll see you next time. And just, hopefully have a good one, and